or low, just speak louder.
Mic and desktop audio. Alright, welcome everyone. Class is in session for Strixhaven. I hope you all studied over taking our almost winter break from Basilica of the Cudgel. We have one more to go before we take our winter break, but
True story.
for tonight, for our Friday stream, we are having a special class of Strixhaven, the Magic the Gathering D&D crossover. I'm Sergio. I will be taking over as DM tonight, and as you see, we have a somewhat different assortment of players. So we'll get into who they are and who they're playing, but really quick, I just wanted to thank, the reason we're playing Strixhaven is Wizards of the Coast sent me a pre-copy, and I have my nice alt cover from this game stores, and also one that you can maybe have for yourself. I got 2 copies, so part of tonight's celebration of Strixhaven is a free copy we are giving away.
Yay, giveaways!
Ooh. So watch to the end, and we'll be checking who's active in chat at the end of the stream, and we'll be giving one of you, lucky people, a copy of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos.
I'll be active this entire time. I will win that book.
I just like sneak
You're not
it
even
over.
on it.
Just like, Serge, we can still see you on camera.
Dang it. Plan won't work.
Ooh, but yes, I am Sergio Solorzano. I will be your professor for tonight's class. And don't worry if you didn't do the homework, because I will be explaining exactly what Strixhaven is. So let me just kick open the music real quick and get my syllabus out. Yes, sir, Roman.
No, I just wanted to quickly thank our sponsor, Respawn.
Oh, yes.
Sponsor of this amazing studio and amazing channel. Thank you, Respawn, for these great chairs.
Respawn.
Respawn.
When we
Sponsor
die, we will respawn. No, but seriously, Alex, thank you so much, Respawn. We're going to be doing some more stuff with them soon, I think. And they've asked the question, you've asked for chairs, why haven't you asked for desks?
Oh, wow.
They also make desks. They make the, I don't know what they're called, but the ones that go up and down, the standing.
Standing desks.
Yeah, those are lifesavers. They have one.
So no, they are starting. They make those, and they're wondering why people aren't. We know they're with chairs, but now they have desks as well. So we'll be getting on that train real soon. But Alex and everybody at Respawn, thank you so much. Seriously, I know my butt isn't as sore when I was sitting in those damn bar stools for 2 years before. So thanks so much.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Respawn, sponsor of the Respawn Sports Center here at Strixhaven.
That's right. They named the gym.
Exactly, yeah, they named the gym. Exactly. We named the gym for them
That's
because they're sizable donation of these
Yes,
chairs
that's
for our
great.
classrooms.
Yes.
I'm going to go all the way with these school metaphors.
That's
We'll
it,
keep
do
coming.
I love it.
All right, but yeah, let me see if I can cue this up here.
See what happens.
Treble music?
All right.
Go for it, all right. So, throughout our adventures here on RPG Chronicles, we've visited many universes. In our usual campaign at Basilica of the Cudgel, we have a band of adventurers cutting through the dangerous world of Greyhawk. 2 weeks ago, Peter took us on a trip through a shadowy pocket dimension where a bunch of Z-list baddies were teeming with schemes. We've delved into a traumatizing labyrinth, visited the Witchlight Carnival, and even solved the mystery of Sussville. Now, each of these worlds have been separate. Their stories beginning and ending at the whim of whoever's DMing that night. And continuing, thanks to our lovely rollies here in the chat, always watching us and supporting us with all your rolls and kind words.
Let's go, Rollies!
Rollies in the house.
But in a game of magic and gods and different universes, these worlds have to connect at some point, right? Strixhaven is one of these connection points. Its home world was formed from the collision of 2 other separate worlds. 5 dragons were born from that collision, wielders of powerful magics you can never imagine. They knew, however, that such power cannot be trusted lightly, that only with study and discipline can someone master such powerful arcane rites and rituals. So they founded a school, a college, called Strixhaven, where adults could learn magic and use it responsibly, with 5 different colleges representing their 5 different theories on how magic works and should be used. Over thousands of years, beings from all over the multiverse came to hone their craft in these 5 colleges. There was Lorehold, those who study history in the presence of sprawling ancient ruins. Silvercliff, speakers and writers who literally use their words in stately buildings to command people to do their will. Quandrix, who unlock magic through mathematics in their geometric towers. Witherbloom, swamp dwellers who tame nature into healing life or twisted on death. And Prismari, true artistes who crave sculptures in their lands on the side of an active volcano. The legacy of Strixhaven is vast, too much to cover in this little speech here. But you know what? This is college. Who cares about some stuffy old dragons? We are here to have some fun. Strixhaven isn't just a place to study, it's a place to have a time of your life and find yourself. Perhaps you'll find love for the night at an orc-run dive bar. Perhaps you'll use that spell you just learned to turn your friend into a goat. Or maybe you join a club for the fun of it, like the Dead Languages Society, a sports team, or the live-action role-playing guild. Yes, this D&D world does actually have a LARPing guild.
Hold on.
Dress up in suits and ties.
Hold on, I'm just getting my air horn app ready because I think I'll need it tonight.
So tonight's story, we follow 4 students in their 4th year, their senior year. Over 4 years, you all have picked up some new tricks and come to define yourselves as people through the use of magic and your different theories. But before you can have that big graduation bash, and that big bash is coming, there is one final test ahead of you. So let's go ahead around the table here and talk about that. So your character, what's motivated them, what test is coming, which I'll be administering to you. So we'll start with our usual dungeon master here, and I love this getup here. Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself, the character you've decided to build, and what is he studying at Strixhaven?
Well, part of Lorehold College, Indy is a historian, an archaeologist, if you will, and he was already a traveler of some renown before coming here, but he figured, you know, there's gonna have to be some sort of formal education, and maybe there's some things hidden in the library here that he can find. So, no, Indy is here to learn about the great spaces of the universe and learn how to find things, because that is ultimately what he's good at, and that's going to be his profession. He's going to find things, and he's going to get paid for it.
Nice. So you know, like any profession, you love to go in there. There's ruins in Lorehold's campus. Each of the campuses are separate in their own like biome, basically. Yours has ruins right there to study.
Yes.
But along with that cool stuff, there's boring paperwork. So you've got to take a history test to pass your final. That's a big 50% of your final is weighted in this test. So how are you preparing for this?
Oh man. Well, first I'm going to go drink. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna go find the answers. Let's see if there isn't anybody out that already has taken the test and might have, been able to help me study for it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be pounding the pavement and asking people if they know what's coming on the exam. Look, I'm old enough to know, I gotta jump through the hoops. But, I may not have studied as well as I should, but we'll figure it out.
That's good. And you know that, there are plenty of alumni hanging about, plenty of people who become professors. So, there's a dive called the Bow's End Tavern, run by this very lovely orc who protects the students and looks out for them. So, go ahead and roll me a charisma check as you kind of ask everyone around the bar and see if they know some things that are going to be on your test.
All right. Well, charisma is one of my strong suits, but that looks like it's going to be a 13.
13. All right, so I will say you've learned a couple things. You've talked to some people that are already well into their cups at this point. They tell you a couple basic things, so you'll be able to re-roll one of your die for a history check.
All right, one history
roll. That reminds me, Rygar, you just did something very important, actually.
Ruh-roh, what happened?
Yes, this is something I'm going to... Rygar, can you roll me a d4 real quick? I'm going to stow this away for later.
It's going to be difficult to find those answers. They're being protected by top men.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right. Yeah, so Rygar, anyone out there, please roll me a d4. I want to use this result. A 2. Interesting. Okay. So, Rygar, watch to the end and remember that you rolled a 2. That will come into play later in a very interesting way. But meanwhile, we have our, also in Lorehold, one of the friends of Indy.
Yep.
Roman, tell us about yourself and your character and how he prepared for his big test.
Hello, I'm playing Romulus Altalion, and he's a very reserved guy who joined, Strixhaven through tragedy. He's looking for the answer to nature's rules. He's trying to resurrect someone who's dear to him. And he thought, if there's one thing that he has in his life, it's intelligence. And so he thought he could put that, to the best of his abilities to learn magic, and so he's a wizard. Apparently, the only one around this table.
I am a warlock. That is true.
Um, he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his like social skills or anything like this, and his roommate is Indy, and who's like a very confident guy, like very sure of himself and all this, and Romulus is like learning through Indy's very like huge confidence and boldness and all this how to be courageous.
I think you said
himself.
baldness.
I said baldness.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I was thinking
I
that. but
did
I'm
say
like,
baldness.
Indeed.
Other than that, Romulus is a necromancer, and the way he prepares for this history test is with his familiar owl, who's holding books, his mage hand, who's flipping the pages, his unseen servant, who's constantly making coffee for him, and the one zombie that he resurrected, to try,
Does
who's
zombie
just
have a name?
yes, it's Robin, and
love it.
and Robin just brings him like more books from the library to his dorm room.
I imagine the librarian just like pulling her night shift with her coffee, and she's like, "Hey, Robin."
And just grabbing more like
Yeah.
piles of books, and then he's coming and he's putting them down, and as soon as I'm
Yeah,
as soon as I'm
Where's
done,
your library
like-
card, Robin?
so as soon as I'm done flipping through, just my owl tosses the book, grabs another one, the mage hand flips, and I'm just like reading them out loud. I actually have a rubber as well with my wand, I'm just writing with prestidigitation. It's just because I am auditive memory and also visual memory. So I'm writing on the wall as I'm saying the things out loud, and I'm trying to get as much knowledge as I can.
All right, so you remember that what Indy didn't because he, half paid attention. The test is going to be looking at old artifacts for both of you and like identifying what era they're from, what magic they might have. I kid you not, there is like rules in the Strixhaven book for like studying together. If you choose to study with someone, you get an advantage on your study check. Because you're studying with your owl and your mage and your servant, I'll give you the studying together bonus.
Nice.
You can have advantage on your study check. So let's
All right.
roll a history to
Okay.
see how well you
With
believe
advantage.
everything's prepared. Yes, with advantage.
Nice. I'm blue, you're red. Look, that's an 18 plus, and my proficiency in history, I actually have expertise since I'm a prodigy, and it's a +7, so it's a 25.
25. Oh yeah, over 20. You had a good night of studying in. So I'll say you can have 2 rerolls on your test.
Nice.
Wow.
Which brings us to the other side of the table, who I'm usually sitting next to. So Ozza, tell us about your character and yourself, maybe a little bit, I guess. I mean, I already know it, but I'm kidding. I love you.
We're sinking.
I'm sipping on the couch tonight, everyone. I'm sorry. Now, please tell us all about who you are, what you do, and what's your character, and how she is preparing for the test.
Hello, I'm Aziaka Cosplay. Y'all know about that already, so I'll skip that. I am playing a Kalashtar Warlock. And because I promised Peter's sister last time we did a one-shot that I would play a character based off of Boa Hancock from One Piece, that is what I'm doing. So she comes from a family that uses people, and we're in the house of Silver Quill. And that's because we believe in using other people to do our whims. We charm them. I use my telepathic link on them to get them to do what I want. I don't really do much work myself. But I'm a very beautiful young woman with long, shiny black hair, and a beautiful but almost in a kind of snake-like way, but still Kalashtar is humanoid looking. So I'm preparing for my test by establishing a telepathic link with some poor nerd who knows all the answers.
Yes.
Wow.
Sinister beauty.
So your final, as a student of Silver Quill, the house of the written and spoken word, yours is going to have to be to write a speech and perform it, and be very convincing and dignified when you do it. So, how do you think you would use this little simp of yours to your advantage?
What the speech can be on anything, or
Yeah, you get to choose a topic.
okay. You told me it would be a written test, so I didn't think about that. Well, she's just kind of berating the simp in her mind to come up with a
Yes.
topic.
Love it.
Anything, just anything that's gonna get me an A.
Roll intimidation. Chat, can you think of a good topic for her spoken written exam?
So does
while
that make
she's
the
rolling?
chat the Simps?
No, the rollies, okay?
No, no longer the rollies, you're the simp.
Simping.
Pretty sure you can't say that on Twitch anymore. We're gonna get
Oh
banned.
no, I rolled so bad. It's a 12.
That's
Can I
well.
use the inspiration die I have from Basilica of the Cuddle?
No, you cannot. So yeah, you're berating your poor stooge that you've gotten to look at the test answers for. He comes back with like a Quandrix math exam answer sheet full of a bunch of equation problems. He's
Oh,
like,
I just
didn't
just
know
see it
you
like
could-"
appear in my head. I'm like,
He's like, I could do it on math, maybe.
it's like he's sending me screenshots
Yeah, exactly.
in my head.
Exactly.
Like, what? This isn't what I asked for. You better try again if you want me to step on you later.
He doesn't.
Don't kink shame.
Unfortunately, he does not get back to you, so you will not have any rerolls to use on your exam.
Oh, no.
And that brings us to our last guest player, he's been with us before, but now in the flesh for the
Yes.
first time. Thank you and welcome, Mike, to the studio.
It's so bright and nice.
Right? Yes. Please tell us all about yourself and your character. How you prepare
Yeah,
him.
I'm Mike. I will be playing Terrence Atwood. He's old money. His parents created a proprietary version of magic, basically like
Crypto magic.
Yeah, it's like so he is, for lack of a better word, very much invested in conspiracy theories and believes that the world is actually one giant magic illusion that a wizard is casting, and he's trying to use the probability of math to prove it and find a way to dispel it so that people will stop living a lie. Wake up, sheeple.
How is he preparing then?
He's preparing by doing by gathering a lot of his like-minded friends and doing hallucinogenic drugs and just like writing equations all over the walls and grabbing like spheres and stuff like that.
So trying to work out these equations, I imagine it's gonna be like a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
It's gonna be at disadvantage because you're on hallucinogens.
I think it should be an advantage.
Right? This magic Adderall that
He's
you're on.
thinking outside the box. Okay, so one of them was a crit, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
But yeah, so with intelligence, I think my intelligence is just straight. Yeah, so it's 16.
16. Okay.
Mm.
So I guess you've been doing these kinds of parties for a while. Maybe you're right. Maybe the hallucinogens actually do help you in some kind of way. So you actually do have one reroll you can use on tomorrow's exam.
Cool.
So we fast forward after that. We get to know our players now. We have the stakes. We have new and old money. We have nerds and jocks alike united in one common goal of passing this one exam. At least 50% that it's worth. Maybe there'll be more later. But passing this exam, at least for the first step toward graduation and everything ahead, a way to find your loved ones again, a way to unlock ancient secrets, a way to gain new power and prove the lies of the world. But first, all that stands in your way is quill and a parchment and a very stern-looking professor that's gotten up way too early in the morning and does not want to be here. So, you guys, you come into, and you see, this picture I'm showing, the Strixhaven campus. This place is massive. Each of the 5 colleges has their own campus. They all converge on a central one, which is this place we're looking at now. It has a huge quad full of all kinds of marble flooring, great grass mazes. You see as you're going through, all students and teachers going about their day, people from all over the multiverse. There are owls and aarakocras flying through the sky, sending jets of fire and wind and ice and brilliant displays, untethered by any kind of discipline right now as they're just testing out their new powers. You almost bump into a little gnome girl carrying a book that's about as big as her, just muttering equations to herself. Yeah, in her head. She didn't even notice. She's like, okay, yeah.
Careful, Robin.
You see, there is there's not brains, there's bronze too. There's a whole group of dwarven fitness club. They are all on unitards and they're lifting and putting things down, and they are bright and early, ready to go in the morning.
Any of you have seen Mob Psycho?
Exactly.
Imagine the opening where they're
Doing the squats. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you two.
Dwarven Fitness Club.
Yeah, you actually know one of them, Indy. You know Greta. She's this young dwarf woman with like fire red hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She's got the unitard on, and she's like lifting one of the benches, one of the huge stone benches in the park. She just kind of sees you as you go by, and she's like, "Indy, what's up?"
It's too early, Greta. Too early.
I keep telling you to get up this early. What are you doing here?
You studied for your exam. Where are you? What are you doing?
I already did my exam. I'm Prismari, so I had to make some fire. It was great.
God. I'll talk to you later.
All right. And I'm gonna be at the coffee shop later if you want to, get over that hangover.
You know me.
You were at the bar yesterday?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I needed some fuel, man.
But you're gonna fail your test.
Nah, I'll be all right. Or will I? Looking around, seeing if there's anybody I know
Or will you?
that's. Oh shit.
Yeah. As you look around, you're in now the halls of one of these great buildings in
Okay.
Strixhaven. Big towering glass dome with all kinds of beautiful pictures of dragons weaving the spells. It is empty. Your footsteps echo in the one of the you. Yeah, you can hear the cause of his familiar, like the swoops of the feathers, the wings beating, and you make your way to the testing room, where one of the professors of Prismari, a loxodon, an elephant person.
Do I have my clothes on?
You have your clothes
Underwear
on. I hope you have your clothes on.
Good? Just making sure. That's my double check before, after a night of, rage. I gotta make sure that. All right, we're okay.
Yeah,
All right.
got your clothes, your whip is still there.
All right.
This great elephant man, a loxodon professor he recognized from some of your exams. He's there to greet
ginormous?
you. Yeah, he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, it's great. There we go.
So he's kind of goes and he has like a little timepiece that he pulls out of one of his pockets and he's like, "Gentlemen, 2 minutes early.
As one should be.
One should be 5 to 10 minutes, I would say."
Oh,
I understand, Magnus, you're always towing around this young man. He's always holding you back from your studies.
oh God.
I'm trying my best to bring him early, Your Excellency.
Done all right for myself so far. Still here.
Yes, quite. Anyways, gentlemen, your room will be inside. Take these sheets, and he pulled out 2 little pieces of parchment.
My
You can
mage hand
see-
grabs it.
You see just a simple 3 boxes with
Floating.
lines to describe something
Okay.
and a sketch of 3 different artifacts. And he
Alright.
goes, inside you will find 3 artifacts. You are to study them, and I want you to document exactly what time period you think they came from, what magical properties, if any, they might have, and
Alright.
do your own rendering of them in the box.
All right.
We sure will.
He opens the door. He's like, "You have 1 hour."
Oh, great.
I'm sure we can knock this out in 30.
I don't think he said we couldn't help each other, did he?
Oh. I mean, I'm about... If you need help, I mean...
I didn't
I-
say we
I-
couldn't
I-
help each other.
He shuts you in the room together, so
Oh,
he didn't really tell you how
I
to do it.
mean,
Robin,
if you need some help, you just let me know, all right, bud? Just let me know.
I thought it would be the other way around, but it's fine.
I'm looking to see if we have the same pictures. Or if
Yeah.
they're different.
So you are basically in this big empty circular room.
Okay.
There's been the chairs are pushed to the side.
Okay.
Only thing of note is a lantern hanging above a little pedestal, upon which there is an old rusty sword, a little figurine of a dragon, and a dusty old leather-bound.
Well, this is a cooperative test for sure. It's a cooperative test. All right. Well, let's check it out, man.
Lucky for you, I prepared my spells today.
All right. I'm going to take the sword.
All right.
I'm going to swing it like a freaking sword master.
You notice that it barely comes out of its scabbard. It's kind of it's rusty. It's pretty not well kept, or at least maybe it's been in ruins for a long time.
I would like to cast Mending on it.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it's in pretty bad shape. You're not able to fully restore it, but you are able to, once you do, the blade starts to get a little bit of shine back. You see some runes on it. So to pass this test, you 2 can roll both 1 Arcana and 1 History.
Okay, and as part of my character of the pact and things, I can cast Detect Magic at will.
Nice.
So I would like to just go bippity boppity boo across all 3 of them.
I also have...
Yeah, let's go. Let's detect some of that magic, yo.
I say you can detect magic on the sword and the dragon figurine, not the journal.
Okay.
Okay, so sword and the figurine.
Yeah, and I'll say because of that, you can both have advantage on your Arcana, and because you uncover those runes, you also have advantage on the History check as well.
Nice.
All right.
I'm gonna go with history. You're gonna go with Arcana.
Yeah,
You
that
okay?
sounds good. Let's
Okay.
do it. All right. So we said we get to roll with advantage.
Uh huh.
Well, wait. I think that
You have a +4 Arcana.
14 for the first one.
14. Oh, first Arcana first.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
What the?
you can't quite figure out what those runes. You can't remember the runes all of a sudden.
Stupid. Stupid.
You're like swords have to be used. I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
This is what these runes say. So yeah,
I
you
told you
can't.
to study runes. You know that was important.
Stupid.
I'm not doing that well. 17 history.
So your history is fine.
Oh my god, I have +10 Arcana.
What
Maybe I
is
should
this?
do Arcana.
Yeah. What is this? What is this? What is this?
17.
Yeah, so 17, you remember this sword of ancient Elven era, one of the old kingdoms. This is one of the ceremonial swords given to the royal guard, who guarded one of the Elven queens in this area. The runes are basically to denote, actually the name of the person given to, his family line, it's all like there. So he's like Aother, son of Aober, son of, so on and so forth, until it gets rusty again.
What does this thing say?
This is from the ancient elves, from civilizations that we have studied. And this
I've
is
been around some elves before. I actually speak Elvish.
this is a family name, I believe.
All right. So if it's in Elvish, I can read some of it.
Okay, yeah, you can see it. Now it's pointed out to you, like, oh, your
Yeah.
fog is kind of fading. Oh yeah, this is Elvish.
Take my 5-hour energy, pound that
Right.
right quick. Maybe a little sponsor us 5-hour energy here at RPG Chronicles. All right. What else?
Not
are we
going for
looking at?
G Fuel?
Yeah, G Fuel.
Can I roll Arcana or
Scotty
not?
did
Yeah,
well.
go for
Hope you're
Arcana.
watching.
Okay. Advantage or no?
Not for this one.
All right.
All right.
That is a 23.
23. Okay.
Thank
Wow.
you,
Yeah.
son.
So you can immediately tell this is a version of like a figurine of wondrous power. It probably was meant to summon a dragon at one point. It's long dormant. It's magic not being able to use. You can't summon a dragon now. That's what maybe it was used at for one point.
Oh,
I figured it out.
I did.
But I did too.
So what is it?
It's a figurine. Duh.
What did you roll?
No, I rolled a
Oh,
22
you're good,
total.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
18 plus 4.
I think I know what that is. This is to summon a dragon.
Shit, let's do it now. Let's do it right now.
I don't think it works anymore.
Well, how do we know if let's do it now? Let's do it.
Okay.
To the magic of a dragon.
Aren't we gonna get expelled if we do this?
Dude, they put it in here. We gotta try it. Is there any instructions?
Romulus, you would know with your role that you, if you spoke in Draconic, a certain passphrase, you would be able to like use it.
I don't speak Draconic. Do you?
Do you?
No. Damn it.
Well,
Super cool though.
it would have been.
And the journal is just a red herring. Basically, it's not really. It's a nice account of some people who lived long ago, but it doesn't have any magical property, anything special to it. You can tell it was kind of just thrown in to like throw you guys off.
Okay. Give me that.
The journal?
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Indy was here.
Oh, jeez.
Shall we leave that for the next people?
I already did.
So the true question is, are you Indy? Are you like bumming off of his answers now? Since he got the first Arcana and you didn't. Or?
Yeah, but I will try to be a little bit more clever in that if I have to write anything, I will not write it exactly as he does.
Change it just enough.
Yes,
Right.
I will use deception if I
Roll
have
deception,
to.
please do.
So
I love it.
because I am fairly deceptive, that's gonna be 21, 19 plus 2.
Yeah, it's like you're probably the master of this over your years together.
Yeah.
Of taking what he says and making it your own enough to pass.
Yes.
That's beautiful. All right, so you two, you walk out, you hand your papers to Veloxodon, and all that's left now is to, maybe day drink and wait for your results.
To the bar?
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
It got me a little dwarf to find.
As the door closes, like Robin goes like, ugh! I'm like, wait, Robin needs to go through.
Flash through the door. Meanwhile, we, as Detour walk in, we join Silver Quill campus. Again, a very beautiful, like stately designed place with great, like marble and white stone buildings. It looks like a center of government. Big steps leading to, archways and domed buildings with huge columns. You are standing at on top of one of these steps. and your task is basically to give a speech to an assembled crowd on the choice of your topic. And, the professors are kind of hidden in the audience. They will judge based on attentiveness, enthusiasm on how well you sway people. So, what did you pick for your final test?
So Sibylla has dismissed the mind simp because he was useless. And he's not getting any stepping on rewards anymore. You do it down here.
Thank you, Rygar. Turn down a bit.
There you are.
Excellent. All right. So your buddy has told you.
Yeah, I dismissed him. He was useless because I thought I was having a written test. So she's gonna walk out in front of this crowd with all of the swagger she can muster. Just strut out there. Why am I up here? Why am I the one giving a speech to you?
Let me grab the mouse.
This isn't very interesting. I think you should all be telling me why I should stay here. You all should be talking to me. Go on. I'm just gonna sit there and try and convince them that they should be the ones giving a speech to me.
Okay. So persuasion.
Come on, ducky die. Oh, outside the box, and that was not a good roll anyway.
How convenient.
Here's witness.
I believe it.
17?
17. That is actually enough. So there's a pause. There's a pregnant pause after you say that, and then someone from the audience, so a couple people are saying like, "Yeah, she's right. Why do we have to give speeches?" And you get a little fervor, like a tiny ferment of a fervor starting to happen.
I'm gonna do one of those things that was popular a while ago on YouTube, which was like celebrity staring contest. They just made like a video of themselves staring at the camera. I'm gonna pull over a chair, like turn it backwards and sit down, put my arms across the back and just stare
Let me rap with you
the
for a second.
audience.
I don't think it's Captain America. So, you want me to talk? All right, so let's see a performance check to see how this piece of performance art. Because you are going on stage to the school whose whole thing is words are magic and not using words. Let's see how this performance pans out. This is a bold experiment. It's
That
going
was
to
a
change
good
the
roll,
game.
but it was
Yeah.
out of the box.
Oh, the one outside of the box was much better. That's an 11.
11, all right. As you're kind of scanning the crowd to see how that works, you see a couple people in cloaks, and you see them like take out like little pieces of parchment and kind of write down, and just kind of look at you and go.
They're coming for you.
And with that, finally, after a long enough pause, you start to hear, "Thank you, Miss Septa. You may step down now. Your test is concluded."
I will end the test with an even better strut and a hair flip. Can I roll performance again?
It does seem like they have put down their quills and have stopped grading you, so you can flip as much as you want, but it probably won't change their minds.
Okay, I contact my simp again. Find their notes and fix them.
Oh, God. In another part of...
New mind who dis.
Right. Sorry, I'm a Hime stan now. That only applies to our homebrew.
You guys all
Thank
laughed,
you.
but you
Josh,
have no
if you're
idea.
out there, that's
Because
for
we're
you.
polite.
It's for you and no one else. Okay, no. So, from the ruins of Lurhold to the brilliant steps of Silver Quill, we go to Quandrix, who they have their facilities on the place of rivers cut in geometric patterns around grassy and fields and forests, where great towers are hanging over cliff sides. It is in these towers where the students dedicate themselves to math and equations and to breaking the mysteries of the universe. So, your test, Terrence, is to basically you get or rather you have to find a theorem and you have to prove it using, and you have to show your work on like all kinds of boards around. You have to basically go to your professor and make a good case for your theorem.
Okay.
So,
So,
you walk in, there's a professor, he's sitting there, he looks at you, again, he's seen many people, he's got a giant coffee next to him, he's like sitting down, he kind of adjusts his glasses, and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Terrence. Please begin."
Professor, we've been going through classes for a good 4 years now, and as we all know, magic becomes more and more advanced as time goes on, as we learn better ways to utilize mana or whatever properties of magic that we want to pull from. I suggest to you that there will be a point where there will be a magician that is so powerful that he can create an illusion that is big enough to create an entire universe of conscious beings. And if we can imagine that magician existing, then that magician must already exist. And he has already created that universe, and within that universe there's probably another magician that has also created his own universe. So the probability of us being in a universe that exists on its own is so minuscule that we have to accept that the world is most likely a large fabricated illusion.
I imagine I accidentally change frequencies with my onto his brain for a second. I'm just like, oh, what?
Are you proficient in persuasion?
I believe I am.
You can roll persuasion. If you're not, you can add your Arcana proficiency to this argument.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, persuasion.
And do I do that with advantage or no?
If you want to use your one, I think you got one reroll from your studying.
I will. Actually,
Wait a minute.
yeah, I still
You
will.
didn't get any rerolls.
Can I charm them to give me their rerolls?
Which you
26.
26. Oh yeah. So at first he was kind of bored, and he kind of sits up a bit. And he's like, "You do realize a theory of this magnitude would require extensive numbers to back it up. Equations. Can you prove?" And he takes the board. And he hands you a quill, or a magical quill that writes on the board. Can you prove this with the numbers? I'm intrigued, but I need to see your work. I need you to roll investigation as you kind of work
Show
out these
your work.
equations.
Those are the worst.
Yeah. You had to go to the math school. It's a good thing Rygar isn't taking Dicleus is not taking this test right now.
Yes.
14.
14, okay. The equations are mostly solid, but there's still just that little tiny gap between, equations and illusion proving reality. So you kind of see him start to lose interest as you get to the end of your equation. He's a little bit like, "Thank you for your time. I'll review this." So all of you have gotten out of your test. So
I wanna steal their reroll.
to steal their reroll.
I wanna convince them to give me their reroll.
I mean, they're taking their tests at the same time you are. So I don't know.
We're too busy.
Yeah. So, time has passed. You guys are, I guess, drinking away
Hell
your
yeah.
success.
We nailed it.
Right. How are you coping with how you think your performance hard went over?
I'm sitting surrounded by my simps who are all trying to console me and offer me things, and I'm just sitting there having none of it.
Yes, they're like, "I got your fresh cupcake from the bakery. A new necklace, man. Those people are fools anyway. You'll be a star. You'll be a star at the theater."
You don't need to tell me that, as if there's any question.
How are you and the other bros?
Terrence, as always, is just so satisfied with himself. He knows he's killed it, and if they give him a bad grade, it's because they're lizard folk.
Because they're green badgers.
At some point, as you're either celebrating or being bitter over your loss there, an owl, a snowy white owl, comes to each one of you, and it delivers a little letter that says to come to Counselor Sharpbeak's office. You all know Sharpbeak. She is the first-year guidance counselor. She has been guiding you all throughout your career. She's a very kind owlin woman, in a very motherly manner that just has helped you all to see through your various objectives.
Do
It was checked in
owls
with
have
you.
eggs?
I believe. I'll say they do. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't even know what questions you don't know if you should have said yes to.
Questions your players ask and then never get back to later in the game.
So you are all called to Professor Sharpbeak's office. She is in the main campus, which we see up here. That's her for you players on screen. You can see again. She's putting her arm around a student, her wing around a student in comfort. She's huge, yes. Yeah, the owl, and unlike Eric Hopper, are like very large and like wide bird people. Like I said, despite that, she's not very imposing. She's more like the type that will give you a big hug with her wings. So the four of you, you kind of unite and you walk into her office, and you kind of see her sitting there pondering an orb right now, a green orb on her desk.
Magic.
Do you go in or do you knock? Her door's kind of closed right now. You can see a little crack in the door.
So Terrence is just gonna burst in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, even though I'm very brash, Indy's very brash, he does respect the academic office and people's things in the office. But as soon as he walks in, I'll go.
So I feel like there's this moment of like Romulus goes to knock, and there's a quick knock.
The
and
door's
then
like boom. There's no door there now. He's like,
exactly.
oh.
What was their name again?
Sharpbeak.
Sharpbeak?
Yes, Mavinda Sharpbeak. So you kind of walk in, she kind of stirs from pondering her orb, and she's like, "Who's there?" "Oh, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's a little joke I do." "Oh, it's you guys." Sorry, that's the first thing I do for first years. You've probably heard it a million times now.
But it's funny
I
every
still love
time.
hearing.
And who are you?
You are sweetie. You are all so sweet. Oh, Indy, you're such a charmer. But I do know how you get into trouble, Indy. So, Romulus.
Well, there
please-
is that.
Please tell me, how did your tests go today? Did you both prepare adequately?
It went wonderful, Counselor. We did prepare all night. We studied,
That's true.
and we passed very successfully.
Oh, you got your results back already.
Uh,
Are you sure?
We didn't, but I'm pretty confident that we found out the answers that needed to be found.
She grabs the orb. It's just this green orb. She kind of gets up from her chair. She's like, "Walk with me. Talk with me." She exits her office.
Immediately my eyes go wide as I'm looking into the orb. I love it. I don't know what it is, unless I do, but it's very interesting, and I like things.
She sees you eyeing it. I think she goes, "Oh, Indy, do you want to take a look?"
Please?
She hands it to you. As she's handing it to you and you're kind of looking it over, she turns to you two, and she's like, "Miss Scepter, I heard you made an interesting choice for your exam today."
Oh, Miss Sharpbeak, and I dramatically come up and like hang around her neck. It wasn't fair. They told me it would be a written test. I couldn't prepare at all.
Roll persuasion. I guess, well, too late.
Huh?
I guess it's more deception probably, but
I think I have the same modifier,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. 18.
18, okay. So you feel some comforting kind of feathers grace your back as she wraps a ring around you, and she's like, "Now, my dear, you know as a student you must be prepared for everything, every eventuality, but if you truly think you were wronged, I'm sure we can launch an investigation into it."
Hey,
Oh, Lord.
Terrence is like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure the test was on the syllabus, but it's whatever."
"Oh, yes, Terrence." "Terrence, I heard your theories are making some headway."
Yeah, I mean, you gotta blow minds to really get people to wake up.
I myself have always been more of a conventional scholar, so I can wrap my head around your theories, but the professor who tested you did have some compliments. I actually have, and she kind of pulls out a little tube, and some scrolls are wrapped up inside. She can actually have your reviews right here, all four of you. Indy, would you like to take a look at the orb or anything? You're just kind of like staring.
Oh, no, I'm
studying it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like, I haven't uttered a word other than, like, I want to know what this dang thing is. Do I know what it is?
Would you like to roll?
Please.
History, investigation, arcana. Like, how do you
Arcana,
want to
it
approach
looks
this?
magical,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. See what sort of magic might
Oh,
be on
I
it.
don't want to cheat. I want to roll.
I can
one.
help you, so you can roll with advantage.
Well, we have been looking at it.
Uh-huh.
Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
That will be 21.
21.
17 plus 5.
So interestingly enough, you get artifacts all the time from ancient places, in ruins. But this feels more modern. The construction, the orb itself is very smooth, like perfectly circular in all of its ways. It feels like it was crafted by modern wizards with new techniques.
It's awesome.
It's also very intact. It doesn't have dust or cracks on it. You can definitely tell it has, there's a magical property, something within faintly glowing. Its magic is dormant.
Okay.
You can definitely tell it's, construction-wise, it's a very magical, recent, which is strange for
I'll
someone
slip it in
to
my
be-
pouch.
You can try and sleight of hand that.
No, just slip it in my pouch.
Professor Sharpbeak will be like, she has your reviews. She's like, I have your reviews. And Indy, please give me the orb back.
Sorry.
It is a dangerous magical item recovered from one of our expeditions.
Sorry.
I would never steal your
What-
orb.
What does it do, counselor?
I got like 3 of those.
Well,
back
that
at
is
home.
the thing. We haven't quite been able to tell. We had some people going into the ruins of Lorehold, your college, and they
Wait,
found this.
That's from our ruins?
Yes,
There's
they went into the ancient.
wait,
the ancient
there's new
Elvish.
stuff in our ruins?
Well, that's the thing. We found this on a party of fallen Strixhaven adventurers.
Whoa.
They had your house colors and even colors from Silver Quill Conjure, a multi-school effort.
When you say fallen, you mean like they
Skeletons.
fell down or
Skeletons, body parts everywhere, robes singed by some kind of
That sends the
horrifying.
conversation into a different area.
That,
Fallen.
that's impossible. Jet fuel doesn't burn robes.
Aren't there wards in there? I thought we were protected.
That's the thing. If you go down far enough into the ruins, you're never truly protected.
I did not know that. 1 second.
You know what, Indy? I think this was an inside job.
You might be right.
But no, Terrence.
Note this.
We had maybe 5 different colleges of 5 different beliefs, but we would never turn on one another. That's not the Strixhaven way.
Weirder things have happened though, ma'am. Come on. This place is getting kind of a lot of stuff that goes down here, wouldn't you say? That's why I'm here. That's why I like it. But fallen? Burnt? Dead? As in deceased? No longer living?
Yes. Bodies too old to say who they came from. Their costumes,
Wait.
their uniforms are of an older era too, not even
No.
of our current classes.
Wow.
If I may, I would love to investigate these ruins.
In time, we have more pressing matters, unfortunately.
Oh, that's the honor.
If there are bodies, can't he help?
I can get some of the professors to look into
I'm
it.
sure there's people much more proficient than us at this time, but Miss Sharpie, what is it that you've asked us to be here for? What's the deal? What's going on?
She wanted to see all of your reactions to the A that I got on my final.
Well done.
Yes, about that.
That's my reaction. Well
Terrence, and she pulls out one of those pieces of paper she's still holding, parchment shell, and she kind of hands it to you. And you see that you got a 75 on your test. You passed. But, not aced, for sure. Yes, that, and then she passes...
done. My passive is 16. If I can... I won't
Are you
obviously
trying to
look.
see?
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Oh,
If I can, but I'm not like...
she's not hiding it, so you can
Yeah.
see he did
Yeah.
got a
Well,
75.
my passive
on.
is 16, so if I notice, I
Yeah.
notice.
Sibylla, you got a nice fat 50, a failing grade.
Oh, damn, girl.
So, theories that don't quite pan out, people at the School of Silver Quill who don't speak, and Romulus, well done. You aced it. You got 100. And Indy, you also aced it. But Professor Burm, who was in charge of the exam, he has suspicions. You're encouraged to work together with your classmates, but
That's what I thought. Same room, same stuff.
he has suspicions that you let Romulus do all the work. He is calling an investigation into your conduct. He also cites, and he pulls out the leather-bound journal. He also cites that you defaced an ancient artifact, and she points to that Andy was here.
Well, about that. I speak Elvish, so not guilty on the first count. Shit on the second. I'll earn that one, but I speak Elvish. I was all over that thing, so I'm gonna have to say not a chance on the first one.
You guys are gonna thank him one day when he is a famous explorer and the value of that artifact goes up tenfold.
What he's saying right now.
I happen to be an expert on artifacts. I have many at home. I have like 3 of those orb things. It's It's
You just see her start like preening her feathers, which you know she does when she's like nervous / frustrated.
But that artifact,
She's like,
he's first of all, he's right. But the book itself, non-magical.
as a Storehold student, you should know that all artifacts tell a story, even the non-magical ones. Indy, your conduct, except for you, Romulus, all of your conduct today was questionable at best and pushing you back a year at worst.
Not wrong.
Stage fright is nothing compared to cheating. I think I should
Speak
get an
Elvish.
extra 10 points for not cheating.
Stabilla, you will have the chance to earn 100 points more on your practical exam. This goes for all of you and why I have called all of you here. There is, as you know, 50% of your grade is weighed in the written test. There is some class participation. You have to do that by the law.
Which I heard yours was awesome.
But, a big 30% of your grade is going to be this practical exam. Usually we let the students choose what they would like to do, something representing their school. But in these circumstances, you have made it clear that letting yourselves choose might not be the best answer. So,
Got us there, man.
and it turns out we need some help with some upcoming functions. So we would like you to help out with some school activities coming up. Romulus, I apologize, you are being roped into their hijinks. You need someone responsible to lead the team.
I understand, counselor.
so how much of my father's money will I need to pay for these?
she's like, that is a question you have to bring to the dean. I do not deal in such shady solutions.
Wow, I didn't know owls had teeth.
That's how they get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3.
So, I will, however, I have petitioned on your behalf. I will give you a choice. So I want you to be able to somewhat decide your fate. There are 2 activities coming up to finish out the school year, which we want everyone to participate in. We want to go well, but I've had some problems. There is the Battle of Strixhaven, which is the great Mage Tower game, the sports event of the season. And there is the Masquerade, the biggest social gathering where everyone gets together, forgets their house allegiances, and has a night of fun to forget the troubles of studying. Both of these events, the committees have had some trouble getting them together, so we would like to bring you in for your practical exam, join the event, make them the best they can be, and we will grade the final results and weigh it against your questionable results on the written test.
Oh boy.
I'll give you the choice. This Battle of Strixhaven or the Masquerade.
I speak for both Indy and I when I say that we would rather join the battle.
Well, I come from a long line of pretty baller party planners, so I'm all about that masquerade.
I'm not really interested in breaking my nails, so Masquerade.
It seems we have something of an impasse then. Perhaps. Oh, Robin, would you like to weigh in? She motions you down. That's your zombie.
What does your orb do?
We don't know yet. So.
Can I?
And you reach. When you say that, you reach the end of this hallway. You're going down a long kind of circular hallway, going down into like the basement of this building. You reach what looks just like an ordinary wall with a painting. It's a painting of an old figure, a human figure, like a general of some sort of renown. She pulls the painting, and you see just a normal wall. And then she walks through the wall, and she there's a moment of like just nothing happening, and she returns without the orb and shuts the painting again. She's like, that. We will not speak of the orb anymore. That will go in the vault with the other artifacts of the Strixhaven history that should be guarded.
I would like to remember exactly what you've done.
Alright, roll an intelligence check.
All right.
I would like to read Robin's mind.
He's a zombie, so you hear.
That is a 17.
17,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, let me see something.
Flip a coin for it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we heard from Romulus, but we actually haven't heard from Indy. Indy could be a deciding vote, or he could make it a tie. It's up to him.
I'm gonna
true.
telepathically try and charm him.
You try and charm your fellow student.
Yeah,
try.
I have no qualms with that.
You can try.
Trying to think if I'm gonna use my.
She quickly, as you're getting ready to do that, she quickly motioned to you guys and just basic. Now, we shouldn't linger on the vault. Come, students, come. We'll talk upstairs about your solution.
Yes, counselor.
Actually, I don't want to waste a spell slot on that. Never mind.
Perhaps, if you cannot decide, you can question the other students. I heard that both the Battle of Strixhaven Planning Committee and the Masquerade Planning Committee like to hang out at that new coffee shop you kids like, the Fire Jolt Cafe. Perhaps if you go there and question them, something will spark your interest. But you should decide soon, because they are going to write those test results into your record. It's not going to be pretty.
To the cafe then. Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, but you will walk behind me.
My God.
I got no problem walking behind you, hon.
Wow. Poor Romulus. Alright, so y'all, you make your way to the Strixhaven grounds, and you can see it is very metropolitan. It is, buildings of modern architecture everywhere. Modern for this era, kind of medieval, Enlightenment era, stuff like that. Streets lined with torches that aren't on because it's a bright sunny day. Students going to and fro all the buildings. Towering dorm rooms, the big library. It's just so active, so full of life. You make your way to the Fire Jolt Cafe. It is a very simple little wooden building with seating outside and inside. It is packed. It's always packed. The first years make it their life, just sitting here sipping frappuccinos and studying. Older students come sometimes, but you don't like to hang around because all the freshmen are there.
Exactly.
But you do walk in there, and you see, I think, two familiar faces. Oh. You would know, Terrence. There is a very goth-looking young woman who is in your year as well. She calls herself Aurora.
Okay.
She is a Dampier. She's a half vampire. She lives that life. She's all about. She dresses in gothic clothing, black. She wears red lipstick, has very pale skin, piercings all over her, pointy ears, long black hair that kind of covers one eye. And she's with one group, and then you see Greta and the rest of the weightlifting team and some other of the athletic types.
Come
on the other
Okay.
side.
Come on.
You see, there is a young elf girl dressed in the silver quill clothing, and she just she's hating it. She's like Axius, I got a double whip. Sir, can you not bring your zombie? Can you not? He's getting his skin on the floor.
Oh, sorry. Robin, you have to go back. You have to wait outside.
Yeah, I imagine.
Sorry, buddy. I'll take my backpack.
I imagine he's just on a leash, tied up around a pole outside.
No,
Did you get a zombie chino for him?
Tied up with the other zombies.
he's well behaved.
They casually try and eat each
It's like
other.
the zombies and the phantom steeds and the animal familiars all
Yeah,
tied
yeah,
up outside. Yeah.
He's well behaved. You just kick some rocks outside.
I take Romulus.
Yeah,
and
so that's Aurora.
We head over to Greta.
This is Greta,
Greta's my girl.
right?
She's the homie.
Yeah, there's Greta.
Yeah.
Oh, she's buff.
Flexing them muscles, yeah. She is joined by another young man that you know, Indy. Another athlete.
Another dwarf type, or
He's actually a genasi, which is
Yeah.
like a genie kin.
what's his name?
So he looks human. His name is Xanther Brown.
Fun fact, that was almost the character picture select I
Oh,
used
really?
for
Nice.
KTP on
Nice.
Yeah, so Xanther, he looks like a very tall, athletically built, strapping young man with brown skin. He's got glowing red eyes and hair that looks like magma.
Okay.
He's Genasi's fire genie boy.
Yeah.
And he's got like a very winning smile. He is like the definition of like a popular jock, like the good one that's like friendly to everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys come. He's like, Indy, my man. Yo, you were crushing it last night, bro.
Yeah. A little too much. So what's going on with this game? What are we looking at, man? What's happening with
battle?
this? Yeah, what's up?
Bro. Look, the game's not on anymore.
Why?
Wait, what?
The other team, like none of their people show up to practice. They haven't put in their forms.
What?
You need 2 teams for a battle of Strixhaven. We got 1 team.
Ain't that some shit?
That is some
Oh, you
deep
gotta be
shit, bro.
kidding me.
Is there a way we could convince the other kids to participate in this battle?
Do we know like what team, like who plays, why they play? Like, is it house versus house, or I mean, college versus college?
Actually, no. The Battle of Strixhaven is 5 teams united from different colleges.
Okay.
It's mostly a show of camaraderie and sportsmanship more than like you know, a championship or anything.
Okay.
So anyone can join basically. It's a matter of who signs up and who's the most passionate about it.
Okay.
So that strikes you as very odd why they would suddenly cancel last minute, because this is something that people like work all school year for to put this on. This is like a campus defining event.
Yeah. Xanther, why? Dude, what do you think? Why'd they not sign on, man?
He's like runs his fingers through his hair. You know, he's still like the picture of like a peak athleticism attractive guy. He's like,
Me and my 13 strength.
he's like, man, they all got sick or something. That's the weird thing. They said they all got like headaches, and they couldn't even leave their room. I know it's lame, bro, but like we sent people to check on them. They went to like the nurse. They didn't find anything wrong with them. They got like all the clerics and paladins and shit to like do, you know, scan them with their powers. Like they didn't find any diseases or poisons or
Really?
nothing. But they just had
That's
like
weird,
nasty
dude.
headaches.
So the headaches are real. They were not lying.
I mean, you know,
What do you think, Zach?
we
You
threw
think
some
they're
zone
full
of truth
shit?
up on them. They didn't seem like they were lying.
Really?
It must be related to what Counselor was talking about.
So what are you guys doing, by the way, while there? Are you going with them to learn about this, or?
I'm gonna go chat with Aurora, see how she's doing her exam.
All right. So Aurora, at the moment, she's playing at the open mic stage. She's got her lute and she's playing like a very like sad kind of like downer song, but it's beautiful. She's like a beautiful voice. It's very soulful. She wrote it herself. And she ends, and you kind of see some people, you know, doing that like slappy thing. I can't do it.
I love it.
She's doing one of those. And she's like, "Thank you. That was my new hit. It's called Skulls in the Rain." And she kind of steps down and she kind of gets off. She like stores her loot in like a little bag of holding she has.
Aurora, it's always captivating to see you play.
Tell that to the rest of the band. Keep having to play that classical stuff. It's lame.
Yeah, some people, they just cannot accept new ideas and change, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Speaking of new ideas and change, Sybil, I heard about your thing, man. That was rocking what you did. You just defied the institution like that. That was metal.
Yeah.
Too bad they've been a failure like that, man. The man is trying to keep you down.
Well,
Lame.
I guess if we help out with some event or other, maybe they will change my grade. I already have people on that, but just to be sure.
Wait, an
This-
event? Oh, you're gonna help us with
masquerade?
Yeah, you're gonna help us with the masquerade?
Well, tell me, what's more work, the masquerade or the battle thingy?
I mean, you know, I always think that like mental strength is better than physical strength. So like masquerade's probably more work because you gotta make choices, and all you gotta do with the Mage Tower game is like run and jump. That's lame.
You know, like, the really important thing is that we show how affluent we are at all times. So I feel
What?
like the
No,
masquerade will be good for that.
Terrence, nah, you're always about the money. It's not about the money, man. It's about showing the man who we are, what we're about.
The man is just trying to keep you down.
Yeah.
So-
you have a good mind. Like you're all about that life, but like the money, it just keeps you tethered, man. You gotta let go of the money.
Nothing keeps me off my tether than like these really magic shrooms here. You wanna hit some of them, or?
She scoops them up. She's like, yeah. Oh, you always get the best stuff, Terrence.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, Sybil. It's weird. Like we had enough people to do the masquerade, but then like some of them called out and said they were too sick to do it.
Sick.
I can get more people. Watch. I'm gonna go up to the front of the drinks line. I'm just gonna cut my way into the front, and I'm gonna use my Fey presence. So everyone within a 10-foot cube needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of a DC 15.
Oh, jeez. I'm grabbing a bunch of Kevin's dice here because I need a bunch of people in line. There are tons of
People,
freshmen.
the baristas too. The people working the counter.
It's like, I want to let you know I'm charming everyone.
Everyone.
Oh, geez. Actually, chat, can you roll a D100 while I do this? Because I need to check something.
Let's go, rollies.
Let's go, Rollies.
What is your DC?
15.
15, okay. Alright, so...
72.
Interesting, okay. The couple things happen. The baristas are unfazed. All the freshmen in line, though, they are like, immediately, they turn to like, wow, she's so pretty. Wow, you can cut in front of me. Yeah, hey.
All the baristas.
There's only 2 working. They're like very understaffed right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not only understaffed, there's so many people. So many students only want to work. You know, they want to do classes and do extracurriculars, but the freshmen in line are like, you know, oh, what school are you from?
I just ignore them. I'm just like, all of you freshmen here, a free drink for whoever helps out with the masquerade and does my job for me. Also, and I just turned to the one right in front of me, you will be paying for those drinks. All of them are on him.
Alright, roll persuasion. You have lower DC because he's charmed by you.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, everyone, we gotta get this masquerade going, even though we can't even go to it. It's only for third years,
Terrence
fourth
is-
years, but let's get it anyway. We gotta support the school. Yeah, drinks on me, double shots, and they're like, woo!
I'm gonna take whatever, like, prissy drink that I get from them and walk over with my name, like, written very beautifully in red ink with a heart on at the end. And walk back over to whatever her name was. What was her name? Aurora, and just be like, done.
Terrence is gonna walk up to the baristas who seem unfazed by her charm and be quite a big tip in the tip jar for you guys if you are willing to, after your shift, to assist with this masquerade.
Alright, roll persuasion.
25.
25. Alright, so yeah, they join in with the rest of them, and they're all like, you know, woo! Double shots! Strixhaven! And they're all getting... And as the army, you kind of direct them to Aurora to actually make the appropriate, you know, arrangements and whatnot. You suddenly hear a voice behind you, Scylla, and you see this young man here, very well kept, like also kind of old money guy with medals.
Of course, his name is Grayson.
Grayson, yes, medals pinned to his black and white silver quill uniform, and he's like, "Excuse me, did you just use magic to charm other students brazenly in the middle of a cafe?"
Don't be a dick, Grayson.
You don't be a dick, you think because your family owns 17 estates and mine owns 15, you're better than me?
That is exactly what that means.
You bought those estates from another family, they don't count. The ones that are under 200 acres, they don't count.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bud.
I am a student professor. I'm an adjunct professor, and as an adjunct professor with powers vested in me as an adjunct professor, I know the rules, I know the bylaws, and you cannot just use charm magic willy-nilly on the grounds.
They got free drinks. They're doing it because of the drinks.
I saw you wave your hand, and I know a spell when I see one.
Do you really think she is going to put in the effort to cast a spell on that many people? She couldn't even actually do her final.
That is true. She did spectacularly fail. I heard she fell down the stairs.
Excuse
That's
me?
the rumor I'm spreading anyway.
Man, you're about to get Eldritch blasted.
You actually an Eldritch blasted?
No.
Okay.
But...
Meanwhile, back to you two. You're chatting with Greta, and you hear a voices. You just kind of see the commotion going on over there, and you suddenly see a young man, athletic, like a runner's body, skinny, also wearing a unitard, with a bright curly red hair. And you know him. He comes up to you, and he says, "Indy."
What's up, dude?
You know him. a kind of constant thorn in your side, always trying to outdo you in class. His name is Benicio.
What's up, Benicio?
And he's like, Indy, I heard that I heard that you did do so well on your final.
Maybe, who knows?
Guess what I got? And he unfurls a piece of parchment from it and unfolds into a big old 100 on it.
Well done. Draw it yourself.
Well, I bet if I did, it would look better than anything you draw. I've seen your journal entries.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyways, what the hell do you want, dude? Not in the mood for your shit.
Well, you know, I've not been in the mood for your shit for about 4 years now. So hearing that you failed your test is just, or going to fail. But the professor, he was telling me about his seeing you cheat and.
Yeah, I'm sure he was all about talking to you about shit, dude.
Oh, he actually.
Why aren't you sick with everybody else?
Think you've touched a nerve.
Why aren't you sick with everybody else, dude?
Are you wishing bad health on me?
Yes, affirm. I am. Anyways, what?
I'm just here getting my double mocha, and I just wanted to wish you well. Romulus, you poor thing, always having to cart him around.
Yeah, your complexion looks like shit, dude.
Do you want to go? I want to go, bro.
Do you want to go?
Do you want to go?
I want you to go the hell away from here.
You see him, like, he clutches his, like, drink.
What's he wearing? Did you say he had a unitard?
He's got
too?
a red and black blue unitard, yeah. He's a runner. He's like track and field, so he's...
Nice clothes, dude.
He's, like, clutching his double mocha, and
You
he's
just
like...
run around in that shit all day long, or what?
If I didn't just get a freshly brewed double mocha that I didn't want to ruin the temperature of, you and I would have words outside.
Yeah, here's my words.
Those aren't words!
A little small in the trunk,
As
buddy.
he leaves, I telepathically order my unseen servant to just trip him with his foot.
Oh god, okay. Rolling the dex save for Benicio, who's definitely not Benny.
I just go.
You just got that.
I just go like this. I go
Definitely
like,
not Benny.
you know, like
Benny all
What
grown
is your
up.
spell save?
my spell save is it's excuse me, it's a 15.
15. He trips and his drink spills all over a minotaur that's walking in the bar.
Did you see that guy throw his drink on you, bro? You gonna let him get away with that?
He just picks Benicio up by like his unitard. He's like, just a big wedgie's happening right now. He's just like, you're buying me a new drink.
This isn't college. This is high school.
Some colleges that are like this.
Right? He's like, you're buying me, and he walks him over.
How'd that work out for you? Now, what's going on with these two? Are we watching something happen? Like, 'cause it's probably
She's being told off by
now.
Grayson right now. Yeah, so you guys are being told by Grayson. She wanted to cast a spell. I don't know if she's still going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and make a big fart just rip out of what's his name's butt.
Now it's high school. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh god. Someone roll a D100 in
Yeah.
chat, please. I need to see how aware.
How many decibels
Yeah,
is
oh my jet.
What I want to know is how many people are paying attention to Benicio they'll actually are not noticing or are noticing this happening as well.
So what you did.
I am going to
Okay.
use a cantrip to create a bonfire right
Start to
behind
get
his
it, man.
butt as well, so it will ignite.
So everybody's too distracted by the Minotaur carrying Benicio. However, a couple people around you in your immediate vicinity do notice this fart ring out. And then you start at the very tail end of the fart. You just create a bonfire. And the one of the baristas runs out. She's got a wand in her hand. She's like creating water in a circle. She's like, oh, fire, fire! She's like putting it out. She's like, sir, you need to leave. You need to leave right now. And Grayson's just like, this isn't done yet, Scepter.
Oh my god.
See you later,
just-
fire farts.
He continues to do it as he walks. Continues to do. As
That's not
he's
me.
walking out.
She's like, that's not me. It's a spell. It's we're at magic school.
Oh my god.
And Aurora's just like, that was metal. Okay, so you've gotten a nice group of people. Aurora seems happy that you've helped out with the theme of the masquerade. They've already said the theme's going to be Starry Night and are already planning their costumes and everything for it. That leaves the mystery of the sports team. There's still no team participating.
Yeah. All right, look.
If I may say something, I don't think it's about making teams anymore. I think it's about finding why everybody's sick. And well, I'm kind of very interested in this orb that Counselor Sharpbeak had, and I know exactly how to get it. I kind of memorized the path to get to the other side, and I would really like to know if this has to do with anything going on right now with the other students.
Xanther, do you know anybody that's sick? Any of your friends? I want to talk to them.
Xanther is shocked right now. He's like looking like slack-jawed at you, Ron. He's like, does it matter? Bro, this Battle of Strixhaven, the sports, it's the foundation of the school. Like, we gotta show that jocks are just as important as the brains around here. That everyone's welcome. You can't just cancel the game, bro.
Oh, Xanther, you didn't hear him, man. He's saying he knows maybe why there's people calling in sick, dude. That's what he's saying. Well, that's what I'm asking you, man.
All right.
Do you know anybody do you have a friend that I can talk to, like figure this shit out real quick?
Yeah, there's this there's a dryad actually. That's weird because dryad shouldn't get sick,
That's what
right?
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, but like so there's her name is Melbathorn.
All right.
I don't know. She's like in my potions class. She's pretty chill.
Yeah,
though.
where is she, dude?
She's got her dorm over on the Witherbloom campus.
All right.
She likes to hang out. She likes to hang out in the swamp with the trees. You probably see her like meditating. She makes flowers grow and stuff. It's really cool. It's really chill vibe she's got going on.
Cool. You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
Man. I'm good. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna bounce over there and go talk to her and see what's up.
All right. Listen. I mean it, man. This game's gotta happen. All right. We can't just do no game.
Nah, man. Nah, I know how important it is to you, dude. I got you.
The whole school, man. It's important to the whole school.
No, we got you, dude. We're gonna go figure out. You here in your mind, we're going to see a dryad.
You can't initiate it, but
I
You can.
oh, you have a feat to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my feat. Sorry,
No.
or my ability.
I do.
He's the great old one.
It's a little.
Yeah.
The Gradle.
Great old
Oh,
one.
great old one.
What is a dreidel?
I know. I
It's
was
like a really good dreidel.
Yeah, it's the Gradle.
There's great.
Best
Right.
dreidel of
I
all.
want Peter to run a Jewish themed game where we go
called
to
the
get the
Gradle. The great-
Gradle.
It's the great Gradle, Charlie Brown. All right, but we bounce out. We're gonna go to wherever this dryad's place is.
All right.
You
All right.
be more careful when you're talking to the jocks, dude.
What should I do?
Just don't dismiss their game. It's a big deal to them.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I know.
I
It's all
just think that
good.
there's more important matter right now.
Well, nothing's more important to that guy right now than trying to get this game. It's all good. Just remember that.
Okay.
See it from their perspective. But you didn't hear that from me.
What did you telepathically tell me? I was too busy.
We're going to talk to a dryad.
Okay. I'm just gonna filter that as like random white noise that came into my head. Like, oh, I tapped into a frequency on accident.
Yeah. All right. So we're going.
All right. Interesting. Oh, okay. So you walk your way over. Again, you're on the central campus. There's bridges that stretch out to the 5 different campuses. Very long walk. As you go, you exit the busy center where everyone is like converged. You suddenly see that the presence lessens. Less students go to and fro on the bridge to Witherbloom. As you do, you see people in all kinds of like druids, like wrapped in like very natural clothing, like draped with moss for cloaks. You see like elves, that wear very little clothing, like just very maybe simple tunics, bare feet as they walk.
Mel, where are you at?
You get to the campus and you see that it itself is a huge swamp. Thick water bubbling, frogs croaking everywhere. The actual roads in this place are great tree branches that spiral throughout, thick trees with those giant roots that you can see like going into the water. Built into the trees are glowing orbs. These are like the buildings, these are the dorms, these are the classrooms. Witherbloom is a place of nature. It is immediately warm and sticky as soon as you enter. When you shout for Mel, you suddenly see coming out of the tree is a dryad, and she herself looks like the trees in the swamp herself. She has knotted wood for hair. Her eyes glow yellow. She has like a yellow glowing neck. She wears like a necklace of like teeth and charms, like leather armor and belts with like a horn around her. And she immediately emerges from the trees, and she's like, "Yes, what is it? How can I help you?"
Mel, I was just talking to Xanther about this, about the game. Why is everybody getting sick? What is going on?
I was not meant to participate in the game. It is against my faith to do such violent activities. But
I get it.
I understand how it is important to them, so I was helping the committee set up the stadium for the big game, and
What happened?
I got headaches.
You?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I should be immune to such corruptions of
Yeah.
the fleshy frame, but I had headaches and I felt angry.
Whoa.
I meditated extra time to make sure that everything was in balance within me. I took many potions to weed out any toxins or magical effects that might be upon me, but I found myself wanting to punch my fellow students.
Step
People
back.
I love, people I have shared meals with, and great study sessions, chats.
Have you talked to anybody about this?
Several of people in my circle of faith. And
Have you
then-
talked to the counselor? Have you gone to the doctor? I mean,
Yes,
And
Professor Sharpbeak is who I
Yeah.
consulted first. She is so nurturing, but she was also unable to tell what was going on.
let me ask you a crazy question. Was she carrying some orb?
As a matter of fact, I think she was studying some orb when I walked in.
Right. Did you see that little glowing thing, but like super lightly glowing? You know what I mean? Like glass ball thing?
I didn't look at it too closely. I think I touched it at one point.
Was that before or after you got sick?
Now that you mention it, it was before. Well, before I got sick.
Mel, look, this game is super important to everybody on campus, man. So we're doing our best to try and figure out what's going on. Do you think we can reinvigorate this student body and get him to at least just play it, even if it's half-assed? I mean, are people still sick right now?
Some are still afflicted, yes. They have been told by the nurse to take leave, or take rest for
Yeah.
the weekend at least, but the game is supposed to happen Saturday,
Yeah.
so...
Are some... Oh. Well, this, just so you know, this is a super important thing, as you know. But I told Xanther I'd check it out, and he told me that you of all people should not be getting sick. So
I shouldn't.
I'm looking for any help that you could give. I really want to see this game go.
There is something I saw that was suspicious.
What'd you see?
There was a young woman, a second year. Her name is Lorene. She's in my mathematics class. Quandric student with green hair and big buns.
Mm-hmm.
She is constantly watching the entrance to Witherbloom campus. She sits in the quad and watches. We all like to relax sometimes, but her purpose seems different.
Crazy.
Why she is scoping out our campus, I don't know, but it's her eyes always piercing under her glasses. It reeks of something hidden and sinister.
A little unsettling. That's a little weird. All right. Well, look, here's the deal. Again, game's a big deal. Xanther's a good dude. I'd really like to try and get it going, but I'm gonna see if I can't talk to Lorraine. I mean, I don't know if you could help at all, but if you could try and see those people that maybe aren't sick still, get them to sign up, see what we can do. I wouldn't want us to be the first class to not have a game in how many years?
I agree. I'm doing my efforts to rally the students of Witherbloom, but perhaps you can get some of the clubs to partake.
Yeah.
I heard the Live Action Roleplay Guild throws on a brilliant show. Maybe they can help get people excited for the game. I'm not much of a speaker myself. I never took classes at Silvercliff.
I heard about this office LARP, live, something I've been hearing about.
LARP, live action role playing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you participate, Romulus? You seem like you have the mannerism for it.
Certainly does.
So I want to know, in this context, would LARPers, like, would they role play working like in an office?
No, they
Or-
actually do. They actually do role play, like being adventurers and going on quests still.
So I'm on a shoujo podcast with my friends, and we decided to do a D&D session with a bunch of like shoujo cliches. One of our characters did a reverse chunibyo, like a reverse a person who's like obsessed with playing like that they're an anime character. But since they were in a magical world, they did the reverse version where they were an office person, and they had like a fake little tablet that they carried around and like wore a suit and stuff. So the idea's been done.
Slice of life anime was it there?
Yeah.
The metaverse is a large place.
You suddenly see her kind of grab her head, and she's like, "It lingers. I must rest in my tree. I think I have hopefully done enough to help you. I bid you good day."
Thanks. You should go find what's her face, Lorraine. What do you think?
Yes, let's go talk to Lorraine.
By the way,
You make your way. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Glass Cannon was asking about the music that you chose.
This one, the one you just this is all from Kevin McLeod, who does stuff on Roll20. So
That's what I
he's
thought.
in Compotech is his site, and he's got it all there. Alright, so
All
you are-
free, royalty-free music you can use for your games.
So you are all walking back from the bridge, leaving Wizard Bloom behind, getting ready to find this mystery. And sure enough, when you get to the area where the bridge intersects with the quad once more, you see this young woman wearing green, kind of almost business attire looking robes with big green buns in her hair and glasses. She's staring, her eyes piercing through the crowds, taking you all in as you come from the quad, or from Witherbloom to the quad. But before you can do anything, something happens.
Right meow?
Yes, right now.
No, right now.
Right meow.
Meow. I am meow.
Suddenly, that idea pops into your mind like it's your own, and you feel compelled to make it happen right now. By any means necessary, force if you must, to stop this person from taking any further action.
Alright. Hey, dude. Don't worry about the vault.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
Can I notice that
What?
whoever this person is and Indy look kind of suspicious? Like, I
we're
charm
over
people
by-
all the
They're
time.
like on a different part of the
Yeah, we're-
campus right
yeah,
now.
we're-
Oh, I
We're
thought you
still at
said
the
you
coffee
all.
shop.
So I thought you were including us.
All of you, yeah, no, you're you're looking at the quad right now, so there's a moment where, like, you see,
Oh, so we're there.
you make eye contact
I
with the,
thought it was.
sorry, you make eye contact with the Quandric student,
Okay.
and, like, you're seeing her, she's seeing you, the moment of eye contact, and suddenly, Indy turns and says that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll handle
I
that
charm
later.
people all the time. So
Do
can I
another
like
one. Say the same
recognize
roll.
that?
10.
Okay. A sharp, piercing headache hits your head for like a second, and then you're okay. So you guys see him like double over in pain for a second.
What's going on?
Can I roll like I don't know, Arcana or something to see if I understand like what he was just hit with? Like, do I recognize it? Because this is kind of similar
That's
to
an
what I do.
investigation, maybe.
Just got a
Okay.
quick, dude. It was almost like someone shot lightning in my dome for a second.
17.
You were quite warm.
Yeah, dude.
So you've probably seen, you know, the patterns of someone under a charm spell and how they kind of blaze over for a second and then do what's commanded of them. Indy looks kind of like that for a second.
Indy, someone tried to charm you and it wasn't me. Which it
What?
usually is, but this time it wasn't me.
What? Come on.
Who was it? Where were you looking? Did someone speak into your mind?
No!
The
Yes.
puppet
Yes.
the puppet masters are becoming more bold.
I would like to
sure.
do a perception check to find this lady with green hair and buns.
Okay. Well, you can see her
okay.
across the quad. But she's
Okay.
it's apparent. She's like under a tree right now, just kind of like sitting like this, but like staring at you all.
Oh.
I have one job apparently right now.
And I think as soon as you make eye contact with her, she gets up and she bolts. She takes off toward the center of the campus.
I'm like, I go, what could be her name?
It's Lorene.
No, I'm just
He's
for,
coming up with a character or
yeah, from
something.
my owl.
Send Robin after her.
Robin's like,
Robin is just carrying like all my books in a backpack. Like that's all he's doing. Here's Gertrude. Find her.
Do your job.
No.
wrong character now.
Gertrude, please go find her.
Have Gertrude make a perception check as she sweeps over the campus.
I would imagine an owl would have a pretty good
It has
modifier for.
it has
I think for
actually
sight she does, yeah.
and it has advantage on perception checks.
Sounds like the Total War music from the Roman side. I love it.
That is a 9. No, that is a 21.
21, okay. You spot her, your owl spots her going into the library. She quickly goes in and like, shuts the door behind her. Do a dex save for your owl real quick. Yeah, so no, there is Owlin and Irakakra like flying around casting spells over there. They're practicing their magic in the sky. So as your owl swoops over and says, "Oh, she's in the library," suddenly a firebolt comes.
9.
Nine. You lose your owl's connection.
Oh.
Are we taking off after that one?
Yeah.
She went to the library.
Let's go.
Do we hear that?
I'm sorry,
Or
but
are we close
why
enough
do
to
we
this?
care?
He's saying, you guys are all together.
Okay.
I imagine you're separated.
We don't have time to explain. We have to follow her to the library.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, Rygar, Ridiculous, roll another one of those d20s real fast.
I will use Find Familiar to summon my house's mascot, the Inkling.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this first. I assume that it is because it's ink, like it could change form, like it could be flat if it wanted to.
Yeah, so thank you, Ridiculous. That's a good one. So I'll note that 14. So I think it does have the ability to squeeze into a spot. It can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing,
Oh,
so it
that's
can
right,
like
I have
become
a
liquid
picture
in
of it.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Then
from
I
this book.
will.
Yeah.
Like, is it for every class or is it like specifically to?
So every college has their own mascot. Yeah.
Nice.
Hers is this Inkling creature. It's like a big black ink blob.
It's Tim Curry's character.
Right.
Which one
Farmville.
is it for Lorehaven?
Oh yes. So yours
Lorehold.
is a living statue. So with Lorehaven, they put spirits in the statue to learn from them. They become your teacher.
Oh yes, it says amorphous. It can squeeze through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide.
Okay, so I mentioned you guys are kind of running. You're pushing through people trying to get to the library. You see Aurora on the quad, like leading a band, and she's like, "Terrence, so Bill, wait, you guys, those people you got to help me earlier, they dipped. I think your spell wore off, and they dipped. I need more help."
Later.
Yeah.
Another thing right now.
Well, no, Aurora, come with us. We'll coordinate in the library.
What? Oh, okay. You guys keep practicing. You all suck. And she starts jogging after you.
Can I send the mascot ahead of us to try and slip under the door into the library?
Mhm.
And as much as possible, it will stealth. It says while in dim light or darkness, it can take the hide action.
Okay.
I am
Yes, roll
also
stealth for
going to cast gaseous form to get through the door.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what I would
yours is the spirit statue mascot.
Wow, it's huge.
Yeah, it's actually it's a medium construct. So yeah.
Pretty cool.
Would I add Dex for his modifier for his stealth for him?
Yes. He has, I think it's stealth +5. Yeah, that's stat block.
I'm not seeing it on. Oh, duh. 14.
Okay. So we're perception for him. He slides into the library. Library's well lit. 'Cause it's a library, so there's torches everywhere, chandeliers with candles, and plenty of students like reading at long tables. There are like little constructs going around picking out books for people. So you're like slithering under the legs of these constructs with your familiar. You pass through in a gaseous form. What is the perception you got?
I don't know what modifier to use for that.
Just trick. Wisdom doesn't have any kind of.
Just straight then? 15.
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom you said?
Yes.
Oh, then I have a -2 modifier for him. 13.
So he's slithering around. He can't quite find her. You find all kinds of other students. Are you still in gaseous form? You like dissipate when you get to the door.
I'll dissipate when I get in the door.
Okay. So you guys just walk in. The
What
door's
did you do?
open.
Yeah.
You just kind of push the doors open and go in.
Cast
For sure,
gaseous
yeah.
form to get to the door. I assumed it was
I'm
locked.
like this. I'm like this. Like
Pretty much, yeah.
At this point, kind of discreetly, I'm gonna cast as an action, Pact of the Blade, and my whip comes out into my hand.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are we gonna have to roll initiative and do a PvP kind of thing?
Now that he's trying to find the girl.
Yeah,
but
yeah. But
I didn't know if
just
he was still charmed.
discreetly
trying to kick your
cast.
ass.
Well, I sent my inkling ahead because I'm taking the time to summon my simps to get me a chair, put me on the chair, and carry me into the
Oh
library.
my gosh, okay.
I love it.
So you guys walk in, you see him dissipate from gaseous form. She's getting a chair ready. Aurora just kind of looks at you all and she's like, I'm gonna go look over there. And she disappeared down one of the hallways to go scout the area your inkling didn't go down.
Okay.
So your inkling doesn't find her. You're scanning. What'd you roll for perception?
Not great. 12.
Alright, so yeah, you cannot find her either. You're scanning, you're going down hallways, you go up and downstairs. She is not around. How are you two gonna contributing to the search? If you are. You got your whip out, I know.
Yeah, but I'm using Eldritch Sight. I'm gonna try to make sure see if there's any magic that's around. I'm gonna search for secret doors. I'm gonna sprint to the back of the library to make sure that that door is not like full sprint.
Alright.
All those things.
As
All
you,
the things.
As you sprint, do that save again.
That's a natural 20 on that.
20, okay. For a moment, you like feel like you don't want to leave Romulus' side, but then you shake it off and you go back to sprinting.
Okay.
I'm going to cast mage armor on myself
Okay.
as I reach into my pouch and I grab a piece of leather and I just rub it all over me.
Okay. So like I guess leather like sprouts all over your
Uh-huh.
body, becomes armor.
Yeah, some sort of like orb.
Okay. Right, Aurora, eventually you circle back. You're not finding her. Aurora circles back to you, Sibylla, and she's like, she's not here. I want to go see if she slipped outside.
Okay, I don't even know why we're chasing her. Okay. Take some sims with you. You two, go with her.
Alright. So another round of perception checks, anyone? Or
Yeah.
you want to
Yeah.
try?
Oh, for sure.
Any kind of finding you want to do?
Yes. I believe.
Okay, so you're looking for magic. So you're looking for Eldritch Sight. Yes, you do see, like, Rygar points out all kinds of small magic being cast, mage hands.
Yeah.
You don't see any kind of stealth magic, invisibility, or anything being cast right now.
I got a 19 on my perception
19,
check.
okay.
And I can use Hunter's Intuition.
Mhm.
I can locate an object. I can do all sorts of fun things.
So while you guys are kind of looking around, you're replanning, you come back downstairs, Terrence, and you suddenly see a green, like, mage hand kind of quietly open the door, and you see Lorene, like, kind of tiptoes, looks through the crack the mage hand makes, and she looks back, and she makes eye contact with you. And she sees you, she pushes the door open and tries to run outside.
Wait, are you still gaseous?
No.
Oh, okay. Are you still gassy?
In the front of the library or
Yeah,
back?
she circled back to the front entrance and is trying to get out.
So can I get in the way?
You're just like in the center. She's kind of like over here. Like, you're in the center. She's here. She like sees you, opens the door, boom, comes out, goes outside.
I rolled also a 19.
19 for perception.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just your perception.
Yeah, mine.
Okay.
A 21 for me total.
All right. So yeah, you guys, you come back. You're like on either side of the hallways, on either side of the door. You also see her. So the three of you, kind of from different points in the library, make eye contact with her. See her at the door with her mage hand, and boom,
I'm
she's out the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
So
is
what
like
do
a
you do?
back door going out?
She's the front door.
Oh, the
This is
front.
the door that we
I'm not
came
even
Yes.
in the library yet, so I probably see her coming out the front door.
Yeah. So she. So you finally get your Sims to put you up on a chair. She like comes out the door and like sees your chair, tries to duck under it.
into the crowd of Sims.
She actually does surprise. She's surprisingly agile.
So
She
he
weaves.
slides
She
under.
weaves through them all and pops out the other side of your Sims. You're like 10 feet away from you. she
I go, Sims, about face! Forward!
She casts. You see her like suddenly like writing like numbers all over, and you suddenly see like she grabs numbers, puts them into herself, and she casts enlarge. And she comes huge, and she kind of just like with one little finger tips over your chair. She's gonna make an acrobatic save.
Do we
Acrobatic
see?
check.
Do we see this?
Yeah, I think you probably get to the door at this point.
All right. So as she casts enlarge, I go. Sorry. Hold on. Just a second. I go abrogo with my wand.
Okay.
I cast
Counterspell?
counterspell. Yeah.
Okay. So she goes to like grow and like grabs your chair, and then suddenly she starts shrinking again after you cast counterspell. And now she's just kind of like leaning up against your chair, right? And she's going,
I'm gonna kick her in the face.
Okay, roll an unarmed attack.
What? I just add my strength modifier, which is negative. Is that all I do?
Yep.
That's 13.
13. All right. What is her? She actually didn't cast mage armor, so that is enough to hit her. So you kick her in the face, and she kind of like looks back. There's a big red mark from your shoe on her.
Do you allow whips to try and entangle legs or anything like that?
Yeah, go for it.
That's what I'd like to try.
It's like
Do I roll
like a distance grapple.
damage?
Yeah.
Do I roll damage for that? Is that like a D4?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Should be on your sheet, but it says you're unarmed damage. You check actions.
That's right. That's right.
That's gonna be a 7.
Oh, I have
Okay.
So it's just whoosh, that misses.
Yeah.
I have
yeah.
+2 to hit for some reason. So actually, that would have been a 16.
Okay.
It does no damage, though. Just says 0.
Probably if you have negative strength or something.
What's the point of hitting someone I can't do any damage?
Just to stun her, I guess.
I don't understand.
So she's standing there now. You guys are rounding on her. You she kind of dances around your whip. You kick her in the face. It's a red mark, but she's not damaged. She's like, whoa. Okay, we don't have to resort to violence here, you guys. I give.
Get off my chair.
Okay, she has her hands up. Okay, I'm fine. I give. Just.
Come here.
I'm gonna sitting up on my throne, like cross my legs and be like, "What are you doing? I have no idea why we're chasing you."
I don't know why you're chasing me either.
You know why.
No, I don't. Okay, yes, I do. Just don't tell me now, please.
You need to out with it. Out with it.
No.
Tell them all.
What? I thought she knew.
All I want to hear it from you.
She like blushes.
I'm about ready to tell everybody.
No, don't tell everybody. Okay, listen. Can you make them go away? She points to your army of followers.
They would have to put me down.
It's a secret. Can we go back in the library? I don't want to talk about it out here.
Very well. Sims, away.
All right, to the library.
So she kind of guides you in, and she's like, looking back at you. She tries to find a nice quiet table in the middle, like in the edge, the corner, not even by any windows or anything of the library.
Yeah.
And she kind of sits down with you all. She sits like slowly. She still kind of scares you guys after you attacking her, and she's like, "Okay, alright, the truth is, my roommate Nina, we went out together to the Bows End Tavern last night to celebrate our, passing the tests and everything, and there was a little too much, and then suddenly we kissed, and I liked it a lot. I think Nina liked it too, but I don't know if I want to talk about it because I don't want to ruin our friendship. So I was going to ask her to the masquerade, but I just wanted to make a cool dress for both of us to ask her, and I know you're in Silver Quill with her, and you're in a lot of her classes. She talks about you all the time, so I didn't want you to see me what I was doing. I sit out there because there's supposed to be a really good, someone has really cool fabrics that goes to Witherbloom. So I keep waiting outside Witherbloom to see when they come out. Go ahead.
Inside check.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I was waiting for the Witherbloom. I don't know their name. I just know that there's an elf that goes to Witherbloom and it's really nice clothing. I wanted to get some of her fabric for the dresses. But I didn't want you to see me because I know if you saw me, maybe you'd tell Nina what I was doing. I didn't want Nina to know.
Do you really think I take notice of these things?
Go ahead. What was your insight? No, okay.
Yeah, my insight's 14.
14. Okay. I'd say with that, she definitely looks non-threatening, and she is like doesn't seem to be. It's not enough details that she would like be lying. You know if someone's lying, they show a lot of details.
Yeah.
Especially as a conspiracy theorist, you
Yeah.
know like the more details, the deeper the story it goes.
Yeah.
She's pretty surface level right now.
So you're not responsible for the headache that Indy was feeling not so long ago?
What? No, I don't know anything about headaches.
So when we looked at you, why did you just...
Because I didn't want Miss Scepter to know that what I was doing and maybe tell Mina about that I was acting
But
suspiciously.
weren't you already running when they looked at you and then we looked at you?
You're all together. I don't know. I panicked. Okay, I freaked.
Were you not charming, Indy?
No, I don't. I'm a Quandrix student. We don't do charms. We do equations and altering size and state of things. Charms are more your thing.
Certainly. Indy, whose voice did you hear in your head?
It was like a kind of deep, gravelly, like man voice.
Not hers.
That would have been useful information 10 minutes ago, Indy!
I don't know. I had a good time.
Has anybody around you been sick?
Around here, I don't think so.
Have you been feeling feverish?
Me, no, I've been fine. I mean, I kind of get weird when like Mina's around. I haven't talked about it yet, but
What about Mina? Has she had any symptoms?
I haven't talked to her since. I don't know how to broach it. I go to sleep early, so I don't want to talk to her, and like I go to class early, but.
Telepathically, I'm going to tell the Simps to find Mina and bring her here.
Okay. They do. About 10 minutes later, they find her and bring her here.
Look, all of this, I don't want to talk to her. I don't know. I'm too scared to see it. Just stop. Here she is.
She's like hyperventilating now.
talk it out.
He's like, what are you doing? No. And she like tries to get up and leave before Mina gets. As soon as Mina walks in, she tries to like get up and like leave the library.
Mina, do you not have anything to say to her?
Mina's like, wait, Lorraine, we haven't talked since it happened. And they talk it out, and they both reveal that they both felt something, and they want to go to the masquerade together, and just kind of be casual and like pursue and see what it's gonna be.
As it should be.
Terrence would be like, remember it was us that brought you two together when you two get married.
What a great college story. Now look, no more hiding your feelings, but we got other things to do.
We do. We certainly do.
The Simps at this point, they come back with word, and they're like, Miss, we have good news. The tree talked to the live action role playing guild, and they got everyone together. The big game is happening. It's still on for tonight.
Wow.
We got a private box ready for you if you'd like to view it.
Are there gonna be snacks?
We snacks for the miss. And she chooses to share with you. That's up to her.
Pass.
We shall participate in the games then if they're back on.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, why not?
Aren't they adorable? Let's go.
I find that extremely inappropriate that they mingle in those affairs.
Thank you for noting that.
This is really none of your business.
She's imposing on us.
And who are you to be able to do that?
You know, sometimes you gotta step in and help people out. You know, they're too scared to take the leaps that they need to fulfill their full potential. But you have to realize none of this matters. It's really just a whole bunch of numbers and figures that are being thrown together. Each of us probably actually just like a piece of paper with stats on it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Well, it's probably too. You know, if you took some of these mushrooms right here, I think you would really open your mind.
Okay, enough of the mushrooms.
All
You're
right.
lucky to be rich.
Dang, you're right though. Damn.
I'm rich to be lucky. It's more like it.
All right.
What does that mean?
So you guys are getting there, and the pregame is in like full swing. The crowds are gathering at Strixhaven Stadium.
Come
you
on,
see.
let's go.
Big circular arena. Mage Tower is this game where there's two large 20-foot towers, and each side tries to capture the mascot from the tower and get it back. It's kind of like a mix of like football and Quidditch, I guess. And they have gotten you, sure enough, your fans have gotten you a private booth. Sibylla. So when you guys all go in, it's in full swing. The pre-show is there. Like there is an airship that is flying around, like shooting different colored lights on the stadium, getting everything ready, and like a bunch of bards are playing like these fancy like metal instruments, and the crowd just getting hyped up before the game's
This is
happening.
crazy.
I'm gonna get my ink blob to come on, and I'm gonna get him to turn into the shape of sunglasses and sit on my face.
I love it.
I'm gonna walk, strut in and just like whatever curtain door, whatever, just bam.
What's the 5e equivalent of glow sticks?
All right. Mine's wands, enchanted with like
Glow
light
sticks?
Because I have lights.
Wands
I have
with prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see students like shooting like the light cantrip and dancing lights all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Like fireballs being shot off as fireworks into the sky.
Oh yeah, I'm putting a light cantrip on the tip of my wand, and gonna be different colors.
On your whip.
So if you guys want to place yourselves on you see the map right here, everyone. This is our approximation of a Mage Tower Stadium. You guys are right in front of the camera there. The empty space, that's your private box. Front row seats to the Mage Tower game of the century. Right
Look
here.
at us.
Where do you want to be?
Not
So we
next
should
to
be on
her.
one of the sides right now?
Not next to her.
Yeah, you're on one of the sides. You're on the empty space where
I
everyone's
want to
gathered
be
right there.
far away from her. But in the box.
Okay.
Far away from her.
But in the box. There we go.
So we have, about 50 feet in the air right now. Or I say 60 feet in the air.
I'm
is
imagining
our
the
airship.
freaking guy from Hunger Games right now.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's the airship going around, and you see Mina is up there suddenly. The song ends, and then Mina steps up with her lute in hand. And she just kind of stops the music, and she's like, "Sup, everybody? This lame sports game's about to begin."
It's not Mina.
Not Mina, sorry, Aurora. Yes,
Aurora,
Aurora,
yeah.
the vampire goth.
The shyest person, and then she's like, "Welcome, everyone."
Not Mina, sorry, yeah, Aurora.
Yep.
And she's on there, and you see flanking her on either side, her backup band, are two of your simps that you sent to accompany her earlier.
She stole your Sims, girl.
Well, I sent them to
Oh,
her.
okay. thought
I
she
have
was
Sims
stealing-
to spare.
And yeah, you suddenly roll that save again, Indy.
Roger. 18 plus 4.
Okay. And again, you hear for some reason you look over at Vanish, you get the urge to strangle him, and then it disappears.
I get that urge a lot too.
So yeah, Venus steps out. She's like,
Oh, it was a passive perception of 11. I don't see that.
so, we all come here for this event, but what does it really mean? What legacy do we leave? A team wins, and then a team goes. Who cares? I want to change the world. And you know what? You can change the world too. And she pulls out the orb. She's like,
Who's pulling this out? Is this
Aurora.
Aurora.
Okay.
She pulled out there. So, fun thing, Rygar, if you're still out there, when you rolled a D4, you decided who the big bad in the finale was going to be.
Wow.
It is Aurora.
Aurora with the orb.
So Aurora takes out the orb and she's like, so, there's a vault underneath this way to keep all their magical artifacts. There is, there's these as well. And she kind of waves her hand, and 5 different color stones for each of the houses floats around her. And she's like,
Does she form them into a gauntlet?
she's not, no, they're just kind of floating around her. But she's like, when I combine, these are the keys of each of the dragons that founded this place, and then with the orb is the spirit of an old professor who tried to steal the secrets. A necromancer. When I combine the powers, you know what's really cool? I can cast a spell that steals all of your life force, and I can gain godhood, so I can have a legacy that's truly metal. And all of your pathetic lives watching the sports game will actually mean something when you help me attain godhood. We will change the world together with the power of song. She starts raising the orb up in the air. A barrier forms around her and the two simps.
Aurora, come on. We go way back.
Yeah, and you're gonna go even further back.
Oh, fancy.
Yes.
Before we went to the games, did we have like at least an hour of like rest?
Take a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say so. There's probably some time where you kind of got into there in the pre-show and getting into the booth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say you have a short rest.
Can I use my arcane recovery during
Yeah,
that
yeah, go
time?
for it, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Fun fact, Rygar, this airship was a gift from some friends of mine for DMing the Eberron campaign. I was like over the moon when they got this for me.
This is an
So-
amazing. This
cool.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this barrier goes on immediately. Like you see, Professor Sharpbeak and the other teacher mages who are there watching the game. She flies over. They're launching spells. This barrier dissipates them all. They even try to like, Mina, stop! They cast charm magic on her. Nothing is happening. The students are confident first. They start to panic when they see what's happening. The orb starts to glow. You start to see people getting pale and dropping unconscious next to you. That headache returns to you again, Indy, with a pang. And
So does-
Sharpbeak lands next to you.
Does the barrier go completely around, like to the bottom as well, or is it just?
It's about like a 60-foot field around her.
Does
Okay.
it go around the entire airship?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, Sharpbeak is like, no, it's impossible. This is not good. Romulus, you've always been dependable. I need you to do something about this. The teachers are powerless here.
You know, we wanted to learn about this orb, but
Why
you wanted
did
to keep
you
this
have it
information-
out?
Yeah, you wanted to keep this information away from us. This is
You're
really
supposed
on
to-
you.
The vault is supposed to be impenetrable. But Aurora, she was my teaching assistant. She learns all of the orb vault secrets and the true names of every teacher in this place. And you know if you know a wizard's true name, you can do anything with that. That barrier must block every teacher's spell in the entire campus. Only students can stop her now.
I'll shoot off an Eldritch Blast to see if it goes through.
Roll an attack.
That's going to be a 13.
13. It hits. It forms a tiny crack in the barrier. What's the damage?
Let's go with like D6s.
D10s.
D10. Two of them.
That's going to be 12.
Well, okay. Yeah, the smallest crack. But she's like, yes, it works. Okay. The
Students!
Teachers will concentrate on getting students out as much as we can. But you four, you have to stop her at all costs. This. Let's just say you'll ace your test if you can do this.
Attack.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Terrence, didn't you say you had 3 more of those orbs at home?
I do.
Well, get them.
All right, so some leftover business. The 3 of you, except for Romulus, you each have 1d4 you can add. A bit of inspiration from mostly completing your earlier test. Romulus, you have 2 d4s you can add to any ability check or attack roll for acing
Like
your
one
test.
time?
Yes.
Right.
One time.
It's about all the information you've shown
But she
you've
failed
learned.
her test.
Wonder Twin powers. This.
Yeah, I'll show you your spells.
She got everyone's attention. That was like the first part of her test.
Fair.
16.
Yeah, you got a 16 initiative? 16 you said?
True, yeah.
14 for my initiative.
Let's go.
Alright, what'd you get? 14. What'd you guys get for initiative?
Oh yeah.
So your initiative is 0,
It's a 1.
Oh no.
and mine is a 2.
Yikes. Yikes.
We both rolled
The
We're
Lord
wondering
of
what
Brothers.
powers.
Yeah.
There we go.
You could cast fly, which is like a concentration spell, so you would be concentrating,
Yeah.
and you could go around, just like fly and like you can Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast a cantrip, right?
Yeah. And you can attack twice.
Okay. Oh,
Remember
Second
that.
in the world. Oh yeah, it is me.
so we can loop that song for you. So you
Yeah,
don't
that'd be a
have
good
to
idea.
keep. Can I just have the mouse real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, students are actively having their life force being sucked away. You can see that as teachers are like and familiars are trying to fly over to the ship, your simps are now shooting like Eldritch Blast and Firebolt to stop people from getting to her.
So everything goes out of the bubble without
not
a
in.
problem.
Yes.
And they
which
look.
one
Do
is
they
it?
look eyes glazed?
It's hard to tell from like roll perception.
Which one am I trying to get to go?
Boss battle.
This guy?
13.
13. It's hard to tell, but yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, why would they betray you? So that's a pretty good guess that maybe she's enchanted them somehow. The orb has enchanted them somehow.
That makes sense.
I think fucking God, I casted Mage Armor earlier.
All right, go ahead and hit it.
All right.
And now it'll just stay loose.
And she gets.
So
Okay,
how big is the crack at the?
That she made in the
Blood-
shield?
Yeah.
Like, not very big at all.
But,
In
like,
the
does it
60-foot
go-
dome, like, I don't even say like maybe a fist-sized crack if you like punched it, let's say.
But does it like go all the way through?
No.
Or okay.
No. All right. So first off, she is totally, as the battle starts, she's totally invested in like chanting on her orb. However, one of the little stones around her lights up, and you see. Let me twist it this way. I'll put it this way now, since she can see you guys as well.
Yep.
So she's not over here. Let's say make it interesting. She starts chanting. One of them lights up, and you see forming out of the ground little lumps of clay. They form into the shape of little like demon-like imps, and 4 mud methods form and are about 10 feet in the air.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That is her lair action.
You want these?
It's okay. Those are for you guys if you decide to use them. So yeah, she makes one of my methods with the lair action, but she herself has not done anything yet. So the first to act will be Sibylla.
Yay. Real quickly, I want to just telepathically try and talk to one of the Sims and just be like, "What are you doing? Stop it once!" And I'm just as a joke, "Sims, return!" I put like a
You
Pokeball.
said they fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fly now? Yeah, they fly now.
They fly now.
You immediately a voice, a cold, gravelly voice, pushes you out of their minds, and it's like, Kodrex will dominate all.
Coldrex?
Yes.
Do I know this name?
Roll history.
Nope. No, I do not.
Nope.
Where are your
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that bubble.
Oh, they're in there.
22.
You got 'em.
22 hits.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
they're literally. Okay, will you look for the zombie minis and how many do you need?
Just one.
It should be around there somewhere.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Thank you.
have an arm.
I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Is Eldritch Blast normally 1d10 plus 4?
It's
You
2d10
have two
because you're
at your
level
level.
5.
It says 1 on my thing.
But it's 2.
Interesting.
Strange.
Because you fire 2 bolts, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You make 2 different attack rolls for each bolt,
Gotcha.
basically.
Okay, so it's normally 1d10 plus 4 because Agonizing Blast is another plus 4?
Yeah, use your bonus action for that though, right?
So it's not another +4, it is +4.
So I'll say this turn you use your bonus action to try and communicate with your Sims.
It doesn't say it's a bonus action. No.
I'm thinking imagining class, that's why.
No, that's what I'm saying is I'm looking at the spells, like it's 1d10 plus 4 and that's it. Maddening
Yeah.
Hex doesn't add the extra plus 4.
Well, it does because you're a charisma modifier.
this?
Usually it's just D10, but you add your charisma modifier with maddening hex or agonizing blast or what it is.
Which is what is +4.
That's what the plus
Yeah,
4 is.
yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. Go for another d10. 10 points of damage.
10.
So your first.
Oh, sorry, 14 points
So
of
it's
damage.
1 roll, 1 d10. +4.
So you get 2 rolls. You have to do 2 blasts, 2 D20s, and
Yeah.
then 1 D10 for each.
I did 1d10
The
for
first one
each.
is 14 damage hit.
Well, I'm adding the 2 separate things together.
But did you roll twice for attack? That's
Correct,
what we're asking.
yes.
Okay.
But I add plus 4 twice as well?
Yes.
One
Yeah,
for each.
so
Yeah.
each attack.
So
yeah.
then a total of 18.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I'm new to being a warlock.
No problem. Where's the other one? Okay, so yeah, 2 blasts. They hit the shield. More little cracks. But it's gonna take some A lot of oomph to break this thing. And that brings us to Terrence.
Okay, Terrence is going to cast Fireball on the.
Ooh, interesting.
Nice. Fire, fire.
On the ship or the methods?
The barrier.
Okay.
So I do a total of. That'll work. 24 damage.
Alright, a larger crack, but this is still a lot to this barrier. Anything else?
As a bonus action. Can I do? I will use a sorcery point to gain an additional level 3 spell slot.
Okay. That's your action. Okay, so now we brings us to she herself, Aurora. She is still just focusing on the ritual, channeling all its power. You see her own hand withering, turning even paler than usual as this thing is sucking all the power. She's just like being rocked by the explosions against her barrier. She's like, "Up, you fool! Take the ship up!" That is her action. That brings us to Romulus.
Suddenly she
Nice.
doesn't sound high or anything anymore.
How far is the ship?
It's about 60 feet up.
And are we like from us?
I'd say you guys are at 20 feet up with your private box.
Okay, so we're 40 feet.
40 feet height, probably like 20 feet away, 20 feet away, so 60 feet total on the tangential.
Got it. And this is like this starts to be in a bad shape.
The barrier's been being hit by their magic, and it seems to be working.
It is the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I find like a small piece of stone or perhaps like a pebble?
Yeah.
All right, I grab it and I go, bombard him! And I cast catapults.
Ooh, okay.
And so it's a straight line.
Yep.
And
Well, we'll fail saving throw 'cause it's an inert barrier.
yeah. And so it's 3d8. That is only 10 force damage, bludgeoning damage, excuse me. 10 bludgeoning damage. And if it ever does go through, it will also go through her.
Yeah. No, so it does. It's just splinters against the barrier, but it is
Got it.
doing some damage for sure on the barrier at least.
Okay.
All right. So also with a nice. Oh, go ahead. You have more.
No. If you were about to say something.
Just the next initiative, but if you
Got
have
it.
more to your turn. Go for it.
No, that should be it for my turn. Bonus action. I'm gonna say to Robin, protect me if anything comes towards me, okay? And Robin's gonna go.
He's going chappy or
Yeah.
what's that?
I think I'm gonna make Robin fly.
Oh my god.
And that's it for my turn.
All right. So now it is the ship's turn. One of them runs to the back of the ship and kind of like has a little rudder on back. He like throws the lever down. The ship raises an extra 40 feet up in the air. So it's 100 feet up in the air now, out of your guys' reach.
120 feet?
100 flat.
Okay.
And then it's also going to be the Nephid's turn. So they're flying about 10 feet up in the air. And they're starting to start flying over. They see you guys launching spells. So they're going right for you all. They have 20-foot fly speed. They are going to advance about 20 feet towards you. He's about above that statue there. He's also, they're starting to kind of swoop around. And kind of, they're getting to the banister. They're starting to crawl on the banisters, and like you see them like starting to kind of scuttle towards you guys. It's like climbing on the rail. It's just like, tracking dirt everywhere they go.
Yes.
And that's not Indy's turn.
Yeah. So what's the range on Eldritch Blast?
120 feet.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna let loose on that. Then can I put Hunter's Mark on the barrier?
I don't see
It
why
might be a
not.
creature.
It might be a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
spell word say?
I don't know.
There's a creature. Makes sense.
Yeah, that would.
I hunt barriers for a living.
I do.
A creature, yes, it's a creature within
All right.
range.
Well then, it's Eldritch Blast for days until that thing is blown away. Or do I want to snipe the Mephits?
I forgot to roll initiative for the ink blot.
Oh, axe on yours. I was gonna do it.
Oh, okay, it says it gets its own, but I don't
You wanna
mind
do
if it. I don't mind if it goes on
Attack it
mine.
on yours.
Yeah.
Like his does, yeah.
Yeah, I usually do that as well.
All right, I'm gonna hit the shield. Screw it.
Yeah.
So what am I rolling? Just an attack roll?
Attack roll, yep.
All right, that's going to be a 14.
That hits.
All right, and so
Okay,
2d10
you have
you said?
I'll give you a D8 inspiration for wearing your Inca's glasses.
That's going to be 14 points.
14.
Do I get any bonus add?
So it's
What if you chose
1d10
them?
plus 4.
That's okay. So that means it's 1d10?
Yeah, 1d10, and then you get a second attack.
Oh, okay. So anyways, so that's going to be 13 points for that attack. And then a 19 for the other, and then 7. So 26 total points.
So you get +4 on both attacks, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Oh, so you got 3 on both.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more cracks. It is still looking strong though.
and do I have any sort of fun bonus action-y type items?
Not that I can see.
A level spell maybe if you have X or anything. but
Nope.
At
I
this
will
range,
just.
probably not.
What's that?
At this range, probably not.
Yeah. So I will stand there,
All right.
get ready to face some method damage.
So, if I go back to the top of the round now, as the crowd starts to panic and try to run, they're like rushing up. Your simps have made a nice private booth, but it's mostly like out of wood. They like erected it very quickly, wooden posts with like sheets on top with nice silk curtains and everything. But as people are going, they're smacking into your little wooden private booth that you have. So I'm gonna just roll for this crowd and see if they knock down. or
Have the
do
chat
some
roll.
damage. Yeah, sure. But chat, you can roll 2 d20s for me.
2 d20s, guys.
Let's go.
Rollies.
Rollies, hit the d20s.
And while they're doing that, the layer action happens again.
No.
And this time you see forming out of behind you, out of the arena itself, pieces of stone and clay come off, make a humanoid form. Right next to you guys, like at the entrance to your booth, a clay golem
Oh, fuck.
comes out. It is still dripping, Romulus. You can see from it, it's not very well made. But it's still like, it's kind of dripping clay. It's not fully formed, but it's like coming at you guys. It's right here, about a couple steps away from Indy. It's being formed out of the benches itself. Just coming at you.
So it's made out of the bench?
Yep.
Can't be
Wait,
very tough.
What's made out of the bench?
So as I
This.
saw the really quick here, you see the stadium itself, like the benches are like an amphitheater style carved from the actual stone of the stadium itself.
Oh,
So it
okay.
is that.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to show this off to everyone.
And then you destroyed the stadium.
I'm sorry.
And we got, let's see, we got
So it looks like they both rolled a 14.
both rolled a 14. Okay.
It won't.
So that is enough. So you guys feel a rumbling suddenly as the place that you are kind of standing on is starting to be knocked down a bit. So you feel like a couple more hits like that, and you'll be falling down some stairs.
Dang it.
That brings us back to this layer action. So Sibylla, you're the what you call it, the shrine to your charm and symptom is falling around you. How do you respond?
What do you do?
I'm gonna have ink blot. So would you? I guess ink blot didn't have flyby, probably.
Probably not.
It doesn't say that he does.
It's even hover. You might have a hover speed.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't have flyby unless it says so in the stat.
Yeah.
no, it does not.
Where is that guy at? Oh yeah.
I want him to do something, but he can't really take a hit. If he,
Go ahead.
If we were to attack a Mephit, he couldn't. He has a bonus action to shadow stealth. While in dim light or darkness, the Inkling takes the hide action. But can I not do that when I'm in melee range?
Yeah, well,
Right?
it'd be hard to hide, probably disadvantage, but also it's daylight right now, so there's not much shadow to hide in.
There's no shadows. Okay. Well, I will still have Inky go over to this Mephit up on the wall. Right. And he's going to ink spray at it to blind it. So you have to make a DC Constitution 12 saving throw.
He got a 12 on the die, so he's good. He had 13.
Boo. He is not blinded.
Jeffries.
Honey Boo Boo.
Every time.
There isn't one session where we fail to bring up Boo Boo Jeffries.
And there never will be. That's the way it should be. Alright, anything else? I know your bonus action, or do you use an attack?
That was the ink blots attack, yeah. I think I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the barrier again. How bad does it look?
Still pretty, just several cracks, but still pretty strong, actually.
I've never seen anything like this before, I imagine.
This barrier? You've seen magical barriers, but this one seems a lot stronger than you've seen before.
Okay, tell me if I need to roll, but when I think that, like, charm type of spells wouldn't work through the barrier.
You do roll investigation.
12?
12? It's hard to say. Probably not. It's hard. It's also like 100 feet up, so it's hard to see to target them. But
Okay.
you get a feeling that probably not.
All right.
If she thought to know the true names of all the staff and block them from any spells, she'd probably protect herself against charms. But
All right. Well, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it again then. It's gonna be a total of 24 damage.
I'm gonna show you basically it's like kind of that person.
24 damage. You roll 2.
That,
Or
like there's an illusion that is truly real. And that is
No,
not
I rolled
scary.
1d10 and it's 24 damage.
I'll show you the specifics.
okay. A couple more larger cracks start forming, but this thing is still. This is beastly.
I think I will also start making my way down off of this tower thing or whatever we're on,
Okay.
because it seems like it's going to collapse.
Yeah, so you can see like there is there's like 2 paths on either side that go to the stone benches. So one path is where the stone golem is, the other one is just through the crowds.
I'm gonna also be muttering to myself on the way about how there's no one to do this for me. I am actually having to do this myself.
Which guy are you guys asking about, Rygar Ridiculous?
Benicio?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just
I was wondering about Benicio too, yeah.
maybe.
Betty.
So you move toward the golem or away from the golem?
Oh, they mean the golem.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you can see it, yeah. You don't have to zoom in on the ship, you can probably zoom in on where you guys are.
Well, I zoomed out because it's a pretty big map here, but there he is.
He's here.
Or Earth Elemental is technically what it is, but
Now you want to get technical about the minis. Okay, you're gonna move back toward the golem or away from the golem?
I don't know. How do I get off of this tower thing?
It's just one of the benches is level with it, so you can just step onto the benches and go around. So basically, it's like a bunch of step of benches and built onto one.
Oh,
of them
it's
is like a
risers?
Platform. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just head straight down the risers then.
Okay.
Not really toward or away from it, just like towards
So you're gonna
this
climb
way.
off the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. People are actively knocking this thing down around you.
Ooh boy.
As you look down, you see Benicio, he's like eat the rich, eat the rich. He's like trying to pull down your tower.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna smash that little bitch.
Did you?
I rolled very badly. Can I fall on Benicio?
Chat roll of D100.
Yes, let's go.
You'll still take fall
Fall on
damage for
him.
sure, but
Fall on him.
He can buffer my fall.
an 80. Okay, yes you do.
Yes.
You smack down on Benicio.
I
So,
crushed Benicio's stiletto down for.
so you take 3 of the fall damage and give the other 3 to Benicio. He's just here going, my arm!
Snap
Ow,
his-
my foot! Your arm was in my foot landing place.
Snap his unitard.
So now you are prone right now in the middle of the crowd. We'll leave you there as Terrence's turn begins.
So these cracks in the barrier, does it now look like it might go all the way through yet, or?
No.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, mist step to here.
Hey, which one are you?
I'm the guy with the wand holding it up like that. He's right by the golem.
Oh, you're the cowboy? That's Indy, I thought.
No,
that's me.
in front of Indy. The guy in front of Indy.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
He's this brown guy here.
No, the guy that's in front of Indy.
Oh, no, this very flamboyant dude. I see.
Yes.
Got it.
So you're misty stepping? So
Yeah.
like, it's 30 feet, right?
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
And I will cast Fireball again.
Oh, what's the range? 120 on there.
120.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
Zoom up.
And I do
Some people are the axe. Some are the
26
scalpel.
damage.
26?
Yep.
Nice, okay. Alright, with that fireball hits the bottom, and you hear like almost like glass shattering. You see tons, like a web of cracks on the bottom of this thing. It still hasn't left you a hole, but the bottom is very damaged. Like it's gonna fall into pieces soon. You did a massive blow to it. That's really good. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Oh, technically, actually, you can't cast this Step and Fireball. Just do one level spell per turn.
True.
One level spell?
Yeah. So you can do Misty Step cantrip, but you can't do Misty Step Fireball.
Because
Sorry,
it says it's a
rewind.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can only get one actual like leveled spell, like a first level, second level, third level. Even if it
Okay.
is bonus action.
That's why he's the best DM in the U.S.
Got the fundamentals. So Roman's probably like, you dummy, you
It's alright. I've been paying attention to it.
Then I guess I'll. Would I still be in range from over
You're
there?
about 100 feet below it right now.
But where I was before, would I still have been in range to do it from there?
Yeah, probably just barely in range.
All right, then I'll do that, and then
Stay where you
I'll
were and cast it.
and then I'll move. So I'll have to do an athletics check to get down.
Yes.
Is that right? Alright.
The clay golem will take an up attack.
That's fine.
You're next to him. He'll try to slam into you with his fist.
I don't think it's athletics, correct?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
So 14 hits. I'm pretty sure hits your.
It doesn't.
Oh no. Okay.
I have an AC of 15.
Oh nice. So you got mage armor or something.
Yeah. And I probably still fall because I got an 8.
Yep. Chat, roll a D100.
Nope.
I want to see something.
Am I also gonna fall?
I might
on
fall on
Benny?
top of her.
Just jams her heels further into Benny.
Yep. For a second, who said that? 25. Okay, no, you avoid her. So
Okay.
you just fall into the steps. So you're gonna take the full fall damage.
Oh shoot.
Not have an NPC to buffer you, so you take 6 fall damage.
6. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the golem like punches your back. You fall prone as well. The golem kind of punches your back, knocks off your mage arm, but knocks you down ungracefully, so you fall flat on your back.
Okay.
So you're down here as well, next to her, prone.
Pile them up.
Oof, all right, that is Aurora's turn. She's still yelling at the voice is now getting deeper and gravelier, not her own, and she's like, "You fools! The barrier is cracking! Get us to safety!" That is her turn.
Rygar's at it again, gifting subs.
Oh,
There we go,
right.
Rygar.
Hey! 8 subs! Thank you, Rengar. You're amazing.
All right, with the blessing of Rygar.
That could be a deity for our game.
Rygar.
Rygar, you have
Blessings
ascended
of Rygar.
to
Rygar, the
deity
terrible
status.
Yeah.
It's like a bike, like a
Rygar
barbarian
the
name.
benevolent.
Yeah.
Rygar the
Rygar
kind.
the barbarian or something.
Yeah.
Rygar, what is best in life?
Yeah.
The gift of sub.
Yes. The subbing of their women, having their children watching before, you know.
The subbing of their winning.
So
so
I'll say
it
thanks to
still works.
Rygar's blessing, it'll give you a D8 of inspiration you can use at any time.
Awesome.
But it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take out a hot pepper, a Strixhaven Reaper from my component pouch,
Yes.
and I will open your mouth, put it in there, like make you chew it, and as you chew it, I go, Draco Anima! And it's a bonus action, so I'm casting Dragon's Breath.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And you now have a fire breath. Until I'm concentrated, you can use your bonus action to fire fire breath, and it will be a 15-foot cone. It will be 3d6 fire damage. So that's my bonus action. And then I take out my Wand of Wonder that I've never used before, and I look at you and I'm like, this is the time we'll know if it works. Like right here in the middle of the ship. And I need the rollies to roll a d100.
Roll a d100 for a random effect.
Ooh, randomness.
Yeah, as the Wand of Wonder is basically I have 7 charges, and whenever I use it, we will roll for a random effect. Hopefully it's good. Make it good, guys. Make it good.
Make it excellent.
And that's what it looks like, by the way. Is the one with like all the gems.
Oh.
That's awesome. Looks like a nerd rope.
Yeah.
It
It looks like a freaking nerd rope.
Rygar, take this d100. There we go. 85.
85.
Oh, come on, let's go. Make that something good.
85. Leaves grow from the target.
Just turned into a
If you
vine?
chose a point in space as the target, leaves spread from the creature nearest to the point. Unless they are picked off, those leaves turn brown and fall off after 24 hours. So there's just leaves
On
growing.
the barrier.
Yeah, on the barrier.
Okay. Maybe we could work with this.
And I'm like,
So you see way from a
I got
distance.
more to
If
catch
you
on
have,
fire.
if you have good, if I'll say Indy, since you're good at spotting, you see with your like great vision, you see leaves start growing in vines on the barrier, a very cracked spot that Terrence made, and suddenly you start to see pieces of the barrier flying down. The vines got right in the cracks to weaken it. So there's a big hole now in like the southwest corner of this
nice.
thing.
It's now or never. And then I'm like, Robin, punch this. And so so Robin goes like after me, and he's just gonna do a slam attack.
Okay, what is he slamming?
This.
Zombie runs up to Clay Golem. It's a
Yeah.
slam.
with his one arm.
Yeah. That
Beat
is
him with the other one.
that is a 13.
That doesn't
13,
work
that
out
makes
too
it-
well,
Alright,
though.
yeah.
You know.
He's like getting stuck in the mud.
That's it for him.
Tries. Alright. That unfortunately brings us to the golem's turn. So he just kind of looks at.
Alright.
Actually, so you're still in front of him. No, you're not. Alright. Kind of moves up towards Indy. He's like got like your zombie kind of stuck to his leg still.
Uh-huh.
You're not moving out of range of him, so he kind of with one attack tries to like shake off the zombie and try to kick it. With a 14, 15.
That's a hit.
15. He gets 2d10 of damage.
Alright.
Bludgeoning damage.
There's gonna be a zombie punt?
A 12. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, he's still alive.
Okay. I need a constitution saving throw.
Can a zombie really be alive?
Yeah.
Need a constitution saving
Constitution?
throw. Yeah, DC 13.
Okay. That is a 18.
18. Okay, he's fine.
Nice.
He kind of tries to kick it off, and with the other, while he's kicking off, the hand he tries to smash down on Indy.
I duck.
You try with a 22 is not enough for that.
Hellish rebuke.
Son of a- Well, yeah, I do that one. I do the hellish rebuke thing. Oh, I know it just gives him a little bit of damage, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be so we'll do this first. You take 12 damage. You need that saving throw from you first.
Son of a biscuit. That's a 4.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you have your hit point maximum reduced by, what did I say, 12 damage. Because you also
Okay.
take 12 damage.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So you got like 1 HP.
Okay.
So you can still use your reaction, man. He smashed you on the head. You're like dizzy.
What's my reaction?
4d10.
40-10 of hellish rebuke?
Yeah.
Yes. You have to make a dex save.
Jerk. Alright, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Ooh, what's your DC?
15.
He failed both of them.
Alright, so what am I doing? Adding just rolling 40-10 damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an infernal fire.
Well, that's going to be 29 points.
29 points. Well, that's... Yeah, that hurt for sure. Yeah, he smacks you upside the head. You just like turn and say your hellish words.
Bitch!
You see, bitch, a fire just like
Yeah.
creases up its side.
Yeah.
You see it wince in pain. That's the golem's turn. And,
This is correct.
yes.
I'm-
Remember to go up there and attack that.
So I can fly
If you
as
can
a
cast
bonus
fly, yeah.
action, right? And then I can dragon breath into his freaking into the boat's hole.
Are you casting fly?
I want to fly and then spit fire in his thing, in the boat.
Okay, so first, before you get to your turns, you saw the Simps. They start bringing the ship higher. So now they're 140 feet in the air in this point. So they're getting out of view. The sky is darkening. Clouds are gathering around the ship in like a cyclone almost. As lightning is sparking, all kinds of dark magic is suffused. You see people start just dropping next to you, all around you. Like the crowd is just like getting the life sucked out of them, looking gaunt. They're aging, years within seconds. And the Mephits are meanwhile making their.
Are the walls supposed to be falling as well? Okay.
Yeah, they're sucking the life out of the walls.
Yes. That's just me being a clumsy DM. Alright, the Mephits, meanwhile, are taking their turn. One of them is going to attack your Inky since we're next to it. With its fists. It's going to just punch it with 14.
A method punch.
Yeah, unfortunately that hits. But man, I
4
feel like
damage.
he should have some advantage on just getting punched.
So when you fly, your movement is 60 feet.
Alright, is that a bonus action or a regular action?
That's
You
a
really
regular
punch
action.
an
So
ink
I won't
blot?
be able to do
can't.
dragon's breath.
Well,
right?
that's
a
stupid.
bonus action.
4 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And how far can I shoot that shit?
It's 15 feet, sadly.
This one flies
So-
behind does the same
so
thing.
I'm gonna fly in Eldritch Blast.
He misses though. He just goops through.
Wait,
you won't be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one or the other. But you can get closer,
Alright.
or you can do bonus action. Fucking
So the one that sees Terrence on the floor, he flies over then and down 10 feet. So he is hovering above you. He's going to actually, you see him start like bubbling up, like it's a bulky swamp. He belches onto you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because you're prone.
Warp.
Dexterity, I believe it's a 15. Let me double check this. Yes, 15.
15, okay, you pass. You're going to cover your mouth quickly. Do not get the acidic breath inside of you. So, now it's the end of your turn. Now, Mindy, you can do as you would like.
Son of a biscuit. I would like to cast Fly,
Okay, nice.
and I think he can do an opportunity attack. But I'm gonna fly 15 feet higher than him.
Yeah, he's gonna try to attack you. Ooh, with a 2, he does not make it.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks. And then what I would like to do is Eldritch Blast him.
As he tries to swipe, you just swerve around. You know.
Oh wait, I can't do those things.
No, but you can do the.
but I can do
fire breath.
I'll do the fire breath on him.
Okay.
Oh,
3d6s, and
Alright.
then dexterity saving
Was it
throw.
bonus action for fire breath?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
so I will breathe fire on him.
He's gotta do a dex save.
Any other pluses I should be made aware of? It's not 3d6 plus anything.
Nope.
Actually, excuse me. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action.
So I thought, let's say
It's
an
a bonus action for me to cast
Cast it,
it,
not
but
to
they
use
have
it,
to
yeah.
use their action, so you
So
can't do it.
then I would rather just fly
Yeah.
towards Das Boot.
So you 15 in the air and 15 over?
Yeah. What's it flying? 40 feet?
60.
60, okay. So 45 over, yeah.
Yeah. So I just then, if that's the case, I just want to get 10 feet high, which is higher than him.
All right, 50
If
over.
I no. Or do I want to go straight up? I want to go 60 feet straight up.
Okay. They're 140, you're 60, so
Yeah.
they're
I'm gonna note this on this.
80 away from you
Yeah.
right now. I said you're in Eldritch Blast range. You see the bottom of that.
Yeah, I don't think I can because flying is an action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you said they were at 120?
Yep.
All right, I'm noting that. All right. You know what I'll do though? Is Hunter's Mark a bonus action? Because I could mark the damn thing.
It
Yeah, the
is.
problem is that you're out
You
of
already cast a
spells.
spell.
Yeah. So no, that's all I want to do is I'm gonna take off flying.
Okay. That works though. You
Yeah.
circle around them, you get them
Yeah.
back in the air, you are chasing them down.
I'm gonna chase the boat and blow fire in its hole.
Nice.
Really, what I'm gonna do? Fire hole.
Fire girl.
All right.
Let the Sims die.
You see, wow, the layer action once again. She caught in the middle of that. You see little whips like of smoke explode, and some fire lava methods pop up over here, about 20 feet in the air. That's a new squadron of them, and they're zooming right for Indy there.
Come on,
They've got some
bitches.
distance.
Everyone, attention. It is Rygar's birthday today.
Oh,
Whoa,
happy
snap.
birthday, Rygar!
Happy birthday.
Thank you for joining us on your
Yes,
birthday
thank you for sharing
of
with
all
us. I hope you're
days.
enjoying our game.
Yeah,
It's keeping you
Rygar.
company on this day.
Happy birthday!
Glad you got to play some D&D with
Hey,
your
we-
friends.
I
We
hope
sang-
you win the giveaway.
We sang happy birthday to Des. I think we need to
Yeah.
sing happy birthday to Rygar.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rygar. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Woo!
And here's to many more, sir.
Yeah.
As Rygar is gaining more years, the people around you are gaining even more years and falling dead. Back to the battle. Woof. All right, so
Petey's king of France. Oh, what music stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
right?
But Rygar's got
Oh, wow.
bardic inspiration now,
Yes.
so he's gonna have for the next year a lot of
And so
bonuses.
Rhonda, you're
all
still
those
on the
rolls.
platform, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, so now you hear a crack as the crowd wipes the platform away.
Uh-huh.
So I need you to make an acrobatics check to see if you...
Reaction feather fall.
Okay. Nice. Yes, you just float gently down.
What kind of wizard do you
Blades
think I am,
crossed.
Sergio?
I saw your sheet. God. So you float. You probably land right next to where they are prone right now.
Okay.
So you're like on the field. Yeah, that method's on one side of you. As you land gently, as you just see like people are like, "Run away! No, our queen has failed us.
And just go
You
plumari.
can't protect us from this. Aurora, our new queen. Please don't kill us. Please spare us."
Wait, what?
Your people are prostrating in front of Aurora to be spared of their
Yeah,
lives
they're-
right now. That's
Man.
the layer action. That brings us to your
Sims-
turn.
Sims
on
just
16.
got
That's
no
her
loyalty
lair
these
action?
days.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
1080p.
Inky, what was I gonna ask about?
Looking off that.
Okay, I don't know. Inky is gonna... I don't know. I guess Inky's probably just gonna... He's not very useful. He's probably just gonna sacrifice himself trying to get rid of these methods. So I guess he'll the one that he's facing that way right in front of him, he'll do a blocked attack. A 21.
That hits.
And it's 1d4 plus 3. Psychic. I'll just take the average 5. No, let me roll it. Let me roll it. Well, it was less. So 4 psychic damage to the method.
Alright. Doesn't seem very phased.
You telling me methods are resistant to psychic damage?
Words did not very much damage.
No, it is not.
Alright, so that's his turn. You're gonna do on your turn.
I'm going to use half of my movement to get up, first of all. And I'm just going to keep standing on top of Benny.
Dancing.
I'm not really noticing that I'm standing on him.
He's kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, let's say, chat, roll a d100 for a second. Give me your turn.
The hole in the barrier, is it like a tiny hole or is it a pretty
It's pretty
big hole? Okay,
It's
so
like maybe a third
if
or
I were
fourth
to
of it.
aim a spell through there, I'm not like disadvantaged because I'm aiming.
No, but you're in the bottom of the ship right now, way above you, and that's where
Yeah.
the hole is.
Yeah, okay, I'm just making sure. I will use this opportunity to cast Fly, and I too will zip up 60 feet in the air.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
We won.
Yeah, right. You have to simp down. You have to simp down. Aurora's
Simp down.
And as I soar up in the air, I'm gonna look down at my. I don't know if you'll let me like roll persuasion. Let me know if I can't. But I'll look down at my former simps and I'll point at them and down at them and be like, "Really? You're abandoning your queen for that hippie? That's not even her doing all of this. Something's controlling her."
Alright, so with the 3 that Glass Cannon had, Benny did not enjoy being stepped on. So he was just, after you fly in the air, she's like, finally, I'm free! And then some rubble hits him.
Oh, no.
And Benny died.
Benicio.
And Benny died.
Alright, try and roll persuasion at disadvantage on your former simps.
I'm at disadvantage.
Because they're hostile to you right now. Because they're dying and you don't seem like the more logical option.
15?
15. A good number of them are like, look. Somebody start like, stop bowing and look up at Aurora, and now they're like, Mistress, save us, save us!
To me?
Yeah,
Or to Aurora?
you.
Okay.
Maybe 2/3 of them. 1/3 of them are still bowing to Aurora.
Does this
Am I allowed to respond to that, or is that
No,
too much?
that's your
Okay.
turn for now. That's Terrence.
Terrence is now going to cast Misstep, and he's going to go 30 feet in the. Oh no, he's going to cast. Excuse me, he's going to cast.
30 feet in the air.
Yeah. Alright, do it.
Oh, I should have thought this out.
Gaseous form first,
Alright.
and then I'm going to, in my gaseous form, move up 40 feet.
Okay.
Because I can fly in my gaseous form.
Alright, that
Oh.
brings us to what?
No, I missed it. My turn is over. Never mind.
Alright, the barrier
I will
is
just be that, because I'm in the gaseous form now.
Okay.
that cyclone in the sky is now ripping open a hole in the sky. You see another, like, almost like a curtain is being unveiled. Like another world of purple, like, skies and stars. And that growly voice again is like, finally, the world behind the world. The true world is an illusion, and I will summon forth the horror.
I knew it!
That's the first thing Indy thinks. Well, shit.
Did you roll to like see if that was gonna be reality?
I'm not gonna say. He's like, I'll now unleash the horrors that await on the other side. And she wipes her hand away. The barrier goes away. Now it's broken and served its purpose. And she directs. She sees you flying toward her, close to her, Citilla.
Cannonball!
And she like just kind of points back at you. And she
Aurora?
goes, yeah, yes. And she goes, this is what your vanity will get you. A tentacle, a large green and like slimy tentacle, lashes down from the sky and goes to swat you out of the air. It's going to roll an attack roll on you with this tentacle. Alright. With a 2, it misses.
Oh.
Plus whatever it would have. And she's just looking at you just like cross. And the tentacle stays hovering in the air, ready for the next.
Just
round.
like a tentacle coming out of like a portal,
The
not
sky,
attached
pretty
to
much. It's
anything.
the sky itself. Whatever the other world is behind the veil, yeah.
Where is that on the map?
It's like way above the map now.
Above,
It's like 200
okay.
feet in the sky or something. You see all kinds of, and you look at the temple, you see all kinds of shadows starting to kind of fester at the crack of this reality. Whatever is behind the veil is not friendly. And it's her turn though, so that brings us
What
to
is
Romulus.
this here?
I'm in
Oh,
my gaseous
you are a
form.
guest.
So-
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
How? So the tentacle, I'm guessing, is from here all the way
It's
here,
like from the sky reaching down.
Yeah.
The giant hand of God kind of thing.
and she's 60 feet in the air.
Yeah,
How high are they in the air?
15.
15.
Yeah.
And how high is this?
120.
Yeah, 120.
120.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you plotting?
I'm trying to be like insane right now. So the tentacle is 60 feet above me,
The tip of it, yeah.
tip of it. So it's not
Probably
gonna,
like 70, yeah.
70. Okay, it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do, just because this is 120 feet, so do I have a visual of Aurora?
I'll say she's standing on the edge now, so yeah, you kind of see her. Maybe like her form, her like silhouette kind of peering over the side of the ship with how far she is.
Okay, so Magia Sagita, and that's a magic missile.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And so I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, and that's gonna be 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8, 9, and 12. 12 plus because
One for each. So
one for
16.
each. Yeah, 16.
All right. You hear a scream for a second, and it sounds like a Aurora scream, but then right a second later, that deep voice is back, still chanting magic words in an ancient tongue.
Okay. Now with my movement, I would like to try to get some.
5th level, last cannon.
Yeah. I would like to try to get some sort of, high ground, like wherever I can, like just to like step on a stone or something like this that gets me at least.
You can have like athletics check to climb real fast to get like maybe the back onto the benches that you're trying to go.
I'm not that good at that, but I will try.
Spirit that counts.
And I have my inspiration.
All right. You do.
All right. Actually, it's blue for this. That's a 15 plus my inspiration.
That's plenty, yeah.
I'm still gonna use it. I said I will. All right, plus 2, so that's 17.
All right. That Mephit tries to take a swipe at you, but you do successfully get up there. So the Mephit next to you tries to punch you, does not do it at all. So he just kind of swipes at you. You just climb on his head and get on top.
Put my one like this.
Rambo style, yeah. So you're on the bottom level of bleachers now.
All right.
Safe away from them. Are you using Russian for your back spellcasting?
I'm using Latin.
Okay. Rygar thought you were doing Russian.
No,
maybe.
no.
That's Rhinos' turn.
I'm using the last little pieces of Latin that I've had to learn in middle school.
You had to learn it?
Alright,
In France, you're forced to learn Latin.
You're about to see one of the biggest
How
offenses.
weird.
Because it's the etymology of all our language. So,
You're about to see one of the
Oh,
biggest
makes sense.
offenses in all of Silver Quill history. The simp controlling the plane, or the aircraft, brings it back 40 feet down, so it's now 80 above the stadium. The one over here gets to Aurora, and he looks at you, Sibylla, flying up there. And he kind of points at you and kind of leaves his hands in like a very delicate motion. His words sounding like echoing. He just goes, "Go!" He's casting command on you, so you need to roll a wisdom save.
As a Kalash star, I have advantage on wisdom
You do.
saves. Ugh, even with advantage though. 15?
That makes it.
Okay.
This is a simple student, yeah. So, but he fails, obviously. One of your simps just tried to cast an enchantment spell on you to make you go away. And failed. That is their turn. Now we're up to Indy.
Well, welcome to Jim's Spell Store. And here at Jim's, we sell Jim's magic missiles. And he's going to shoot 3 of them at the bad lady. So I'm going to roll 3 attack rolls for each dart.
So they automatically hit. You just roll the damage.
No, it's not for Jim's. Jim's, you got to roll an attack roll because it does more damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll just be the...
So Jim's magic missile. So here is the first attack. That is going to be, and I'm aiming at the girl. 17.
That hits.
All right, so that's going to be 2d4. Oh wait, hold on, I want to make sure. Yes, the missile does 2d4 on each one. 2d4 4, so that's a 4 and a 4. No, a 3. Sorry. So 7 points on that missile. As much as I wanted that to be a critical, it's not. It's only an 8, so it's a 13.
13, that one doesn't hit.
All right, and the next one, that's a natural 20.
Hey!
But
Whoa!
it gets so much better though, because on a natural 20, not only do I do 5d4 because of this, now we can roll the other dice and see.
The RPG Chronicles have a house
Oh my
rule. We're going to
gosh.
roll
I need
this
all
little
the
dice with
D4s.
X's on it.
Let's
Can
go.
Roll this guy, and depending on what he gets, he might do 3 times as much damage.
That might
if
be
he's lucky.
fun.
Oop.
Let it run. Oh, it's an extra die. So what I
single.
need?
One extra die.
I need
One more D4.
5 of these.
What are you casting?
Jim's magic missile.
Another one?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I need 1 more. Perfect.
So-
All right, here we go. Jim scored a good hit. Oh my God. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 points of damage with Jim.
16.
Right in her face. Yeah. Hold that one. Give this one back to the lady. This one, lady.
Thank you.
But yeah, so that's...
The clay golem is like trying to pick up and chuck rocks at you. The methods are swarming now, about to get Romulus, who's climbing for his life.
Yeah.
And Terrence is just floating up there, vibing
Well, I
in
did-
gaseous form.
I also do want to move closer.
The tentacles are now coming even more, like more tentacles you can imagine, more than 8, 10,
Full 60.
coming out of this veil in the sky from
Yeah,
the true world beyond the world.
Up or just
I'm going to
then-
be even with the boat, and so now I'm at 80 feet with the boat.
Piercing the silence of this tense moment, those 5 magic missiles fly out, and you just hear a shriek and a kind of sound of something like smacking. And Sibylla, as you fly up there, you see your simps are fawning over Aurora. No, she's down, she's... My lady, what are we doing up here?
Oh, shit.
Who's this bleeding girl?
That was Jim. You see what Jim did?
I'm in a ship. Ship must be for you, for your pleasure cruise.
Oh, Jim did it.
that was truly great.
Who has been controlling you?
Controlling us? What are you talking about? The other simp goes, hey, I have this orb here.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna fly. It's the tentacle that was down here. Is it like receding or is it still just
Oh.
there?
As she drops the orb, the light in it goes dim, and suddenly the veil in the sky just closes instantly. Like it was instantly mended by like the mending spell, mending a simple stitch in fabric.
Oh, man.
It closes on the tentacles. The tentacles that pierce start falling
Oh,
toward the sky, ready to
shit.
crush Strixhaven into nothingness. And then the professors step up, and they start firing fireballs, force blast, everything they have, and they start reducing the
Nothing,
tentacles
just-
to ashes. Now it's just it's raining ashes down on Strixhaven. A less destructive sight, but still very bizarre. People are starting to get up. Starting to use their skin is starting to kind of restore its natural colors. They're looking less wrinkled. Peace seems to be returning.
I'm going to fly up here to this ship,
Claim it as your own.
and I'm gonna pick up the orb.
All right.
Oh, there's a new baddie in town.
Yeah, roll a wisdom save.
Um, 16.
16. There is a voice in your head which suddenly says, yes, you will do. I would like to be queen of this school, queen of the entire world.
I already am. Drops it. You, as my simps have been returned to me, put that in a cloth and hand it off to Professor Sharpbeak. But I can't fly. You can now. Shoves him off the ship.
Pluma!
Oh, I forgot. I
cast
already used up my
Featherfall.
spell
Yeah.
slots. No, I'll cast fly on him, but just make him like zips off.
Oh,
How are you gonna get down?
We're gonna land the ship.
So yeah, that was the guy driving the ship.
I'm going to check Aurora's pulse to see if she is still alive.
She's in critical condition. They bring the ship down, and immediately the medics are brought in, the clerics are brought in to heal her. And yes, the orb is handed off to Professor Sharpbeak. And she does immediately set it back into the vault. She changes the painting on the vault, so it's something that you don't even recognize now. Changes the security system so that people cannot get into the vault so easily. Aurora is definitely fired as teacher's assistant.
I'm going to inquire with Professor Sharpbeak of why we keep such a dangerous item at all and not just dispose of it. I mean, I have 3 of those back at my house, so I need to know if I need to do something about that.
She tells you that Doublix was an old professor of Strixhaven who was bitter about not being chosen as the next headmasters. Headmasters are given the power of foresight to tell
Salazar
the future.
Slytherin. Okay.
And he apparently, his soul was stored in that thing, and he was using it to mind control people. She tells you maybe check with your family, make sure to check your orbs, but hopefully, souls being stored in orbs isn't something that should happen so often.
Is it are we going to have to destroy like 6 or 7 more of these
Yeah,
to
right.
defeat the big bad?
Let's hope that's not the case. But obviously, you guys receive flying, past the flying colors, you get top grades for saving the entire damn school.
You did amazing.
Man, I'm
maybe
so
even the Wings
bummed.
universe
I wanted
itself.
to use my Fey Fey presence to charm the tentacle.
And make it funny. That would have been amazing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little bit of like an '80s style "Where Are They Now" kind of featurette. So I'll go around the table, and you guys will say what you guys did after graduation and what your lives look like now.
Why, yes.
So, Professor Sharpbeak, she put the orb away. She still is a guidance counselor, to say, helping other students like yourself go on the right path. Aurora, she dedicated herself to be a cleric of Helm after that near-death experience, and realized maybe some of the system isn't too bad, and maybe that being totally hippie as she was and driving people away, maybe you need friends close to you to save your ass once in a while. Greta became a weightlifting champion of the world and invited
Yes.
Indy to see her perform live and beat in a troll at a weightlifting
Look at my
competition.
girl. Look at my girl, Greta, go.
Benicio his legs were severely injured and he never ran again. He became a coach, which made him a lot more nicer to other students and taught him a new way of looking at life.
But his mom came in and sued the school.
What was Indy? What did his life
Well,
look like
Indy
after
became a
college?
professor at Strixhaven, and in between adventures comes back to teach occasionally. When he's not being asked by the higher ups to go find something that they may have lost.
Romulus?
Romulus went into the crypts, into the ruins, and discovered, how these people died, right? Like, spoke with the dead, and has become such an accomplished necromancer, but still has not found the object that he really wants to find, and therefore asked his great friend Indy if they could finally go into a crypt where he perhaps think he has found such artifact that could raise the dead, even after they have been dead for decades.
We haven't been found since.
And we haven't, yeah.
You know about soul storing orbs, so that could be a thing. What did Sibylla do next?
Sorry, I'm getting some feedback here that they can't hear us. Can we turn? Well, I lowered the volume, but
Should be good to go. Mike's
Yeah.
looking good.
okay. Sibylla promptly did turn this into her pleasure ship and
That's
um,
awesome.
landed it. Told everyone who wanted to get on, and then took it back off, and then crashed the graduation ceremony on the ship. Once again, Inky became her shades, and probably after that graduation ceremony, just went on to become a politician, getting others to do her bidding. May or
Makes
may
sense.
not have
Yeah.
may or may not have honestly won her position in government.
I love it.
What did Terrence do now that his theory was proven true in front of everybody?
As, being vindicated that his theory has been proven correct, he has decided to focus his efforts on building a spacefaring vehicle to get to the nearest planet. And he's putting all of his capital into that.
Right. And with that, they partied. They
At
had a
least
good
that
time.
night we
That
did.
night they partied for sure until the later adventures would take them to
Absolutely.
different places, maybe to never be seen again or to be seen far too often in positions they may not have earned. There is one thing, however. The orb strangely disappeared from the vaults that very night when everyone was partying and was never seen again. If there was a fly on the wall in that vault, they would see a portal open up. And a place full of lights and sounds, and people screaming, horns blaring. Something steps out, like a clawed foot, a black clawed foot steps out, oh so sneakily. And then a being in black robes lowers its hood, and with its beak smiles. And as it takes in everything in this rare vault, all it says to itself is, "This property belongs to Gribbity Gravity." The end.
Yay! Great job, Sergio. Great job.
Gosh.
It was absolutely a blast. Like,
was-
That was awesome, dude.
Was there
Super fun.
another big bad arena that we could have fought in if we did the masquerade? Was that a path we could have gone
Was it a
down?
duality?
Yeah, so there would have been for sure 2 different paths if you did the masquerade or did the sports arena. This was set up for a game of Mage Tower you might have played in if you decided to be the fill-in team.
Yeah.
It would have been similar. She would have had the airship flying over the Starry Night Ball, but there might have been some different terrain for sure.
Okay.
But you know, I set it up to be 2 different paths depending on what you guys picked to do for your final.
yeah, I think this adventure is it's amazing. Like you kind of go away from like this super like fantasy. I mean, like very dungeon crawl or like that kind of thing. Like we focus on like LARPing. Like we have. Like I love the visual of, you know, when you were saying we tried everything. We asked for the paladins, we asked the clerics, or everybody's trying different spells. We casted Zone of Truth on everyone, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I love that magic is so potent in that specific.
They know what to do,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's all about magic, and magic is the most powerful thing in Dungeons and Dragons. So to be surrounded by it. I thought it was truly fun, and it made me just want to keep going, you know,
cool.
and
Yeah.
play more and more.
Yeah, no, I would love to get more to you guys' backstory too, because the way your different colleges reflect your styles of magic was so cool too.
Yeah.
Like they all picked very different things.
I love that we were all casters too. Like
Right.
that was fun to play as a party that's all very not similar, but there was no tank, there was
Yeah.
no rogue or anything. Like we were all just wizards and warlocks.
Right.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's cool like the way you guys approach different problems too, because you had like a chase scene, but you could use your magic to stealth or like
Yeah.
control people, you know, and your different tests were fun too to construct those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and great job to you. You know,
Yeah,
you
sir, that was
definitely
awesome.
you definitely made it alive, right?
Yeah,
I was
for
fully
sure.
immersed in that college, like
Yeah.
magical college
Yeah.
life, right?
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, you guys dove into it. Yeah, I think you committed so hard to these characters.
Uh-huh.
That brings us really quickly to our ending thing, which is to give away this copy of Strixhaven so you can, you know, do what we did, have your own college adventure. Maybe see what you guys do with a mind-controlling orb, or maybe you want to join the LARP club and just have a good time goofing off. There is stuff in the book for like relationship systems I didn't even get to, where you can like have friends that give you different benefits. Like if Greta, if you become friends with her,
So you could have friends with benefits. Is what you're saying.
basically, you could actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's rules for like romance as well. They give you basically like romance inspiration, and you can actually like be poly and have multiple people. They call
That's
them
cool.
beloveds, so they
Yeah.
keep it very neutral. But yeah, like Greta, if she's on your side, she would like you could call upon her to lift heavy things for you. Or if you piss her off, she'll have her friends in a weightlifting club like put heavy things in front of your door every morning, so you can't get out of your dorm room. There's like a whole bunch of very flavorful things depending on
dude, that's
how
This is
great.
like
flavorful.
The Sims meets Fire Emblem meets Harry Potter.
Right.
Yeah. That was super. That's awesome. That was fun, Serge.
Whew, yeah, so you want to, I guess, take a look at, you have a, can I do a Twitch chat in front of me, like see the
Yeah, you
people?
can.
They're
If you
active
click
right
on that
now.
little button that you see by Stream Chats,
Oh, this is
The
little
peoples?
peoples, there
Yep.
we go.
there you have it.
There we go, sweet. I'm going to do a quick count here. 1, 2.
Didn't you say it was like 96 or something?
At the moment, I'm seeing 73.
Yeah. So those.
I'm going to do a quick dice roll here.
Do it.
You know, let's have our guest do it. Mike, you want to roll a quick dice for me? Roll a d20.
Roll
D20?
20, bro. All right, on it.
11.
11. All right, let's see.
Out of
Imagine an owling
76 people?
PC with
This
harem
one or
of
this one?
followers,
That one.
Out of 76
or a
people?
flock.
Out of 76 people?
Well, actually, yeah, roll a d100, Mike.
I don't have a D100.
We
What
roll a
is that?
D74?
Yeah.
You can do 2 D10s.
You do 3 10s, yeah. Well, that's how you do a d100, yeah. Actually, okay, I'll use a random number generator.
Yeah.
That'd be easier.
Yeah.
66.
Yeah, I'll just do a random number generator. You're right. 1 to 74 is not really an equivalent for that.
All right, so
so it's
Azayaka,
gonna
you
be-
can.
So MG Cooks, if you're out there. Sorry.
It's
What?
already decided.
It's already done. MG Cooks, if you are out there.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Phil?
hey, Phil McNeven, thank you for
Hello
joining
and
us.
welcome.
Yeah,
And
MG Cooks,
goodbye.
I actually know who you are, so MG Cooks, if you want to reach out to me,
Sweet.
next time we're playing, yeah, let me know if you want how to pick up your copy of Strixhaven. But
Is it somebody you know?
it is actually.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's funny.
That's cool.
Yeah, she watched you.
It's just nepotism, winning
What? Never
games.
heard of
I
them.
watched the rolls happen. I'm
Yeah.
right here. That was sweet.
Yeah, no, you guys, yeah, thank you for joining us. We're back on Sunday for our regular Basilica the Cudgel. Back to our more terrifying dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
We'll be rolling new characters pretty soon. We do a lot of these, so keep watch for all of our games. We have so many things to give away. I have a bunch of minis, I'll have other advanced copies of these books, hopefully.
And wait
and-
for our Patreon games to start coming live when we start. I mean, 2022 is going to be big, and again, thanks to these guys for
yeah.
making everything amazing
Yeah,
for
thanks
us.
to Respawn for sponsoring this amazing show.
Re-sponsoring.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Actually, never heard this. The one Respawn took, you
Yes.
never did.
Hopefully they
Still
will
original
be
material, yeah.
re-sponsoring in 2022
And yeah, thanks to
beyond.
Rygar. Obviously, check us out
Rygar,
on social
seriously, bro.
media.
Appreciate
You
you.
can
Yeah.
click the link and like follow us on all the social medias that are in the link tree.
And thank you, Rygar, for deciding the villain for tonight's game. Y'all.
Yes.
Nice, good stuff.
Stay tuned, you guys. We love having you guys roll stuff for us. Yeah, as Kevin likes to say, come next time, keep
Yeah.
watching and play D&D with us because
Yeah.
we do want you to be an active part of this.
Love it.
Absolutely. Join the Discord where you can find a bunch of announcements of ours and you can just be a part of the Rollies community.
That's it.
And any other announcements?
I think we're good. I
I
think.
think we're good, yeah. See everyone on Sunday?
We'll
Yeah.
see everybody Sunday
Yeah.
at
See you
6
on
o'clock.
Sunday
on
at
Sunday.
6.
PST.
Yeah.
Great job, Serge.
Sweet. I have to do this thing now. It's right.
Happy birthday,
Like someone stopped the
Rygar.
stream now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Rygar! Absolutely.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
And
Rygar.
we will get that link for Respawn.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mike, for being here for the first
Yes.
time in
Yeah.
studio.
Good
Welcome,
job,
Mike.
Mike.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us, sir.
All right.
All right, we
Hit the
out.
All right,
button,
guys.
Frank.
Have a great evening.
All right.
Hit the button, Frank.